A beautiful Saturday morning in southern Alberta. We are in Calgary. It's been a long time since we've seen some live curling, and we're thrilled to be here at the Scotties.
It's been a difficult 12 months. We haven't been able to go to the places we want to go, do the things that we normally do, or see the ones that we love the most. The heroes we cheer today are on the front lines. Their efforts are not going unnoticed.
We thank you so much. We thank you so much.
Thank you to all of the frontline workers.
Thank you
From the bottom of my heart,
I can't thank you enough.
Thank you.
We've made changes to our lives, and so too have athletes. Their new normal looks very different than before.
Women's World Curling Championship has been canceled.
We paused last year. We've endured. We're moving forward. And now curling returns. They were magnificent in Moose Jaw. Carrie Anderson captured her first national title, and now her team will wear the maple leaf. Our home for the next 2 months, Calgary. We're set to bring you the season of champions. It begins with the Scotties next.
Just outside of downtown Calgary, the Markin MacPhail Centre holds 2,500 people. Unfortunately, no fans in the building this year at the Scotties. It's been a trying year for many reasons, but we're thrilled to be back calling curling here on TSN. Happy Saturday morning. Welcome inside the building and the Morning Gong Show once again. Brian Mudrick joined by Kathy Gauthier, and she's been wanting to physical distance from me for years. So for Kathy, this is absolutely perfect. You know, all joking aside, Moose Jaw feels like a million years ago, and we are really thrilled to be back calling some curling for everyone at home.
Well, we are, and happy has been the key word. All the players talking about how happy they were to be here, and that happy translated last night in post-game interviews where the teams were happy to just make some shots because other than practice, there's not been a lot of play.
I think Carrie Anderson said, I was happy to just hit a rock and get that first shot out of the way. So 18 teams competing this year, obviously very early. Top 4 from each pool qualify for that championship round of 8, and an interesting wrinkle, no page playoff. If you win the round robin, you bring your record with you, but if you're the top team, you go directly to the final, and that is huge. So our feature matchup this morning, Saskatchewan PEI. Let's start with Suzanne Birt, her 12th appearance at the Scotties. Hard to believe, in her rookie debut over 10 years ago, a 10-3 record, and she won a bronze medal, trying to get back on top of the podium this time around. And Suzanne, one of those teams that actually had some curling experience coming into Calgary.
Well, we always talk about the Atlantic teams may take a little bit longer to get used to the ice and the conditions. She has an edge in this game. They've been able to practice all year. No close downs for COVID.
So she's obviously has that veteran skip experience, and so does Saskatchewan and Sherry Anderson. Sherry's making her 8th appearance at a Scotties, 6th time now as a skip. She was actually at the Scotties the last time it was in Calgary back in 1995, as was this one over here, who actually won it all that year. And Sherry, I think, has a lot of great perspective to bring with her as well this time around.
Well, she does. This will be a pretty emotional game for Sherry Anderson. She was one of many at the Highland Curling Club when COVID hit earlier this year. Sherry actually getting the virus, and so coming back, she's got 3 rookies in front of her, a lot of emotions, but super excited to play.
She's a 2-time senior world champion, trying to win a Scotties title. She lost a final back in 2002 to Colleen Jones. We're ready. The fans are ready. They're looking rowdy, and so are we. First rock next from Calgary.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Cashmere Bathroom Tissue. Nothing feels like it. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
We have to get in a groove early and try to get into that game form quite quickly. And if we can start out all close to what we can do, I think we'll improve from there and just get better as the week goes on.
We took every opportunity we could and practiced as much as we could, and when the ice was available, and you know, I hope it is an advantage, and we're just so excited to start playing.
Glad you're watching us on this Saturday morning. It is time to meet the teams, brought to you by Home Hardware here at Sal. We'll start with Team PEI out of the Montague and Cornwall Curling Club. Suzanne Birt is your skip. Third, Marie Christensen. Second, Megan Hughes. And at lead, Michelle McQuaid. And Team Saskatchewan out of the Nutana Curling Club in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. Your skip is Sherry Anderson. Your third, Nancy Martin. Second, Shaylin Kitts. And at lead, Brianne Knapp. Sherry Anderson losing a Scotties final back in 2002 to Colleen Jones, and a year later it was Suzanne Birt making her Scotties debut back in 2003, a 10-3 record that year. And a different wrinkle this year at the Scotties, Kathy. Not one, but two competitors with the draw to the button, in-turn and out-turn for each team. And then obviously it's the same deal. You got to be closest to the pin. That was indeed won by Team Saskatchewan this morning. So to start us off, our first morning draw at the Scotties, it is the lead for PEI, Michelle McQuaid.
And I really like the new format. That is the world format. And what it does is it breaks down both sides of the ice, because you're working on the in-turn and the out-turn, obviously. And for the very first time, we may see an edge to the team that practices second. That's always going to be the team with yellow stones, because both sides of the sheet will have been broken down before they get there.
We got 90? Yeah.
So play in the rings to start, and it is the lefty lead for Team Saskatchewan. Brianne Knapp.
Hard.
This is a sheet that the feature game was on last night, and so we had an opportunity to really see what the ice does. You will see a bunch of movement towards the center, around the corner guards, but any upweight, if Brianne was another 6 or 8 inches to the wings, that rock would have run very, very straight. And so mapping the ice is one of the biggest things that both Suzanne Birt and Sherry Anderson will be working at to try to get there quicker than the opponent.
Really tight.
So an early miss in our feature matchup. We'll see if PEI can take advantage early. One in the house, and now the center line guard goes up.
Good, that's good. Nice shot. Nice. Didn't wait you through there. I think you're good. Okay.
Well, Brianna lefty, that's something that Suzanne Birt may use to her advantage, to watch where Brianne is throwing. And Brianne throws a very clean stone, so a chance to go to school on a left-handed delivery.
Becky!
No.
Becky!
No.
Back line.
It's way out here.
Becky!
No. No. No.
Yep, go, 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 go.
And I don't care, Kathy,
go.
you've won the Scotties 3 times. I know you always talk about playing in your first 3 rookies on Team Saskatchewan this time around, in Brianne, Shaylin, and Nancy. And I know it's different. There's no fans. It's a COVID world right now, but still a thrill to throw your first rock and get the nerves out, or try to, in your first Scotties anyways.
Well, you're right. There are no fans for obvious reasons, but when they look beside them and when they look at this field, you have so many of the best players in the world, certainly in the country. Nothing takes away, and what's on your back, well, that's your province, and there's nothing bigger of a sense of pride other than the Maple Leaf.
9-5. Yeah, it was heavy. You could see the line was tight. She was panicking, so I just was like,
Just around here, just 10.
Okay. Okay, let's go, kids. Straight up.
A chance to get out of this. Big upweight double.
Big. Whoa, big. Big.
And our first look at Shaylin Kitts, also making her Scotties debut.
Okay.
Oof.
Well, let's start and break down our keys to the game here, Kathy, and we'll begin with PEI.
Well, we're seeing it already. Press early for Suzanne. This is a team that's had more and more reps than their opponents for sure. And then for her as well, Suzanne likes to play those in-between weights, the hack and the bumper. Those are often the most difficult early because where to put the broom is the challenge. She figures that out. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with.
Where? Top 12. Top 8. Marie. Top 8. Yep. Marie. Yep. Go, 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 go. Top 12. Top 12. Hard. Various. Go, 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 go. Yep. Hard. Keep going. Go, go,
Oh, nicely done.
That's good. Fine. Shot.
Well, and for Sherry Anderson and her team, Sherry is the one with experience. We've already talked about the 3 rookies. So to be decisive early and show that leadership will calm the nerves of the rest of the team. And the confident champion, you talked in the opening, Brian, about her 2-time defending world senior titles. She needs to channel that confidence that she got from making those big shots there to here.
Keys to the game brought to you by Sponge Towels. Nothing absorbs like it. And a nice run back try. That'll get some reds going and clean things up a little bit for the skip.
Well, it moves them around, gets that center guard over a little bit so it's not completely buried anymore. And for Sherry Anderson, it's not the number of stones in play, it's the placement of them, wanting to make sure that she's got access to that one that is on the hearts on her final stone.
Marie Christensen, who lives in Halifax, and Marie actually couldn't play in the playdowns in PEI because of quarantine rules, so it was the alternate, Kathy O'Rourke, who you know very well, making a final, that exciting final for Prince Edward Island, trying to bring that province's first ever Scotties title home. So K-Rock, as she's affectionately known, got in some playing action during provincials, and we talked about it. There she is. It was one of the few provinces or territories, Kathy, where there actually was a play down, and there was just 2 teams in that play down at the Maple Leaf Curling Club in O'Leary. That was back in January. Suzanne Birt beat Darlene London. They also played in 2 events in Nova Scotia, and they made both finals in those events. And for Suzanne Birt, as you mentioned, they played a little bit more than a lot of the other teams in the field.
Well, this is going to make Nancy very happy. That's your first throw at a Scotties. You go through a port and roll behind a guard. That'll take the nerves out of the game.
Oh. Yeah, do 2 steps forward. Wait, what's the weight? 10-5.
So for our viewers at home, a few new wrinkles this year when it comes to, obviously, no page playoff, the draw to the button to begin the game to get hammer. 5-rock rule still the same, 10 ends still the same. I think they still use rocks.
They do?
38 minutes, 2 timeouts, thinking time here at the Scotties this year.
Hard, Michelle! Hard, Michelle! Hard, 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 hard. Okay, okay. 9-4. Okay.
And that'll spill out, so things are looking a little bit better here for Team Saskatchewan than a couple rocks ago.
8 foot's good, Nats.
It's good. It was a good throw. Yeah. Had a little extra. 9-4. Yeah.
I was lucky enough, Kathy, to have a chat with the Anderson team as they were on their way to Calgary and chatted with Nancy Martin. We want to wish her a belated happy birthday as she celebrated her birthday on Wednesday. And she had a nice send-off, I guess, in a COVID world. Some friends drove around honking their horns.
Oh, that's
wishing
nice.
Not only a happy birthday, but best of luck at the Scotties. So a belated happy birthday to Nancy Martin.
We need 8 foot.
Sherry not worried about that stone out in the wings, knowing that if she hits it, they can roll out and allow their opponents to go around, trying to beat them and utilize that center guard. Back-to-back really good shots by Nancy in this first end.
And Nancy deserves a lot of credit for this team even being formed and chatting with the team. She was the one that called Sherry right away, said, hey, listen, I want to play with you. And Sherry thought that was pretty awesome. And in talking to Sherry and her goals for this year, she goes for personalities in recruiting. She wants a great group of ladies to play with. And Nancy apparently wasn't done. Then she picked up the phone and called Amber Holland, who's the alternate, and said, hey, Amber, we need you on this team as well. So got Amber on board. Amber actually made the joke that Amber might have had a few cocktails that night over dinner and thought it was like a butt dial or something when they called her. And if you know Amber Holland, she's such a great character. And she thought about it and didn't have to think very long to join Sherry Anderson in this team as their alternate. And can't drag it enough. It'll settle top 12.
Sorry, Suzanne.
And that is third shot stone.
And she had great line for that. It's so hard early with ice conditions the way they are. I got 15.35 between the hog lines. Probably closer to 14.5 or 14.8 is what you need.
Just it's a little frostier. We went a little further out, and we just have to.
That side's just a hair stickier than
practice, but not this wide. Going out a hair further, guys, but I think it'll walk in there if I get half buried even.
Just keep it straight and then still hooks at the end.
Nance, I think I can take a hair more. I don't want to crash, because if I bump theirs at all, I'm moving them up. We're shot right now. So I'm gonna
8th Scotties appearance for Sherry Anderson. Also in their 8th appearance at this year's Scotties in Calgary. Rachel Holman, Caitlin Laws, Emma Miskew, Lisa Weigel. And if you look down the lineup, there's some great experience here. Only Birt, Galusha, and Jennifer Jones with more appearances in this 2021 Scotties lineup than Sherry Anderson and that group of esteemed curlers I just mentioned.
Well, Sherry talked to her team in the hack about throwing 14. That would be over a second heavier than the last one, knowing that they're going way out in the wings.
What'd you get?
Right there.
15.06.
So that spot again, catching both teams, Kathy.
Yeah, it's pretty far to go out there and first rock down that path, fresh pebble.
Just a bit stickier out there.
Yeah, well, I tried to give it a little bit more, but
yeah, I think
needed a lot more.
Yeah.
Like I gave it.
Because we were out pretty fresh, so
yeah.
On top of this side is a bit heavier than that
I think the ice.
What are you thinking? 75.80?
Yeah. We had a 85.90 on your last for reference.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
You can see Amber Holland over the shoulder of Suzanne Birt. Another different wrinkle this year as the coach and the alternate at opposite sides, just to have as much social distancing as possible.
Yeah, backboard.
You know, in full credit, Kathy, to Curling Canada, to Alberta Health, to everyone at TSN, for the curlers themselves, for coming together to even make this possible. We tip our caps, and especially a huge thank you. What a beautiful opening to the show by our TSN behind-the-scenes team and Vic Rauter voicing it. All the frontline responders and workers and healthcare workers out there, we thank you.
What was that one?
And we hope we can bring you a little bit of entertainment during a pretty difficult time.
It just, it's a curl, like, it doesn't.
Well, and for Suzanne, tried to throw that little bit more, but now that's the third rock in the same path, and it quickens very quickly. And so now another attempt by Sherry.
Still a little bit more kick than last time.
She's got to be feeling pretty good, the veteran skip, because early on in this end it was not looking good. And if you would have told her about 5 rocks ago she'd have a draw for 2, she would have jumped all over it, and that's what she has. Final stone here in 1. As you said, out in the weeds a little bit, but the in-turn draw to pick up a pair here with Hammer.
Yep, you got to go, I think.
And I think this would go a long way as well in settling down her rookie teammates and that young front end as well.
Got to bite 8 foot, 8 foot.
What do we got in time here, Kathy?
That's a 14.3, pretty close.
Hard shape push.
Want to bite the white to get 2, and she'll do better than that as she finds full 8 foot. Saskatchewan picking up a pair in our feature matchup on this Saturday morning. Did you miss me, Kathy?
A little.
A little bit? Okay.
That's right,
It's 2-0, Saskatchewan.
I kind of distincted that.
Welcome back to our Scotties coverage here on TSN. 2 in the first end for Team Saskatchewan as we bring you back inside the Markin McPhail Center, which name honors a couple of Calgary businessmen, Alan Markin and Keith McPhail, who've done a lot of great work for the Calgary community over the years. As that end wasn't looking all that good to start for Saskatchewan and Sherry Anderson, but managing to rebound and a nice draw to pick up 2, Kathy.
Well, I think that a lot of these games early in this week are going to be about maintaining your composure and not just getting too uptight about things. As you said, Brian, Suzanne Birt had that end set up and had Sherry Anderson in all sorts of trouble, but a couple of shots that didn't go their way and some very good shots made by the team from Saskatchewan turned it around. You got to park those things and just stay in your groove and go about your business.
It's good. 10-2. Okay, what do you want, sorry?
10.
On that yellow?
No. The red.
Oh yeah, we're red.
We're red.
We're yellow.
Oh my god. We're yellow.
10?
Yeah, nice straight up.
Yeah, you got it, Jay.
Easy 10. Nice
Yep.
10. Yep. Yep. Part.
Clean.
Clean.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Yep.
Hard.
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 Hard. Hard.
9-5. If I got that
Atta
right.
girl. Good throw, Shay.
Shot.
9-5?
9-5 I got. If I got it.
Shot, buddy.
Suzanne now trying the roll and to get behind that corner guard, more interested in that than making the double. That is certainly set up there.
Just control. Weight's nice. Weight's good. Michelle, here big. Michelle. Go up
Marie,
a little.
Marie.
Whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa.
6 consecutive Scotties showing for Megan Hughes. 2 years with Robin McPhee and
Too much ice.
4 now with Suzanne Birt as we look across the sheets of ice.
What?
Keep you updated all morning long. New Brunswick up 1-0. A blank for Jennifer Jones taking on Team Quebec.
Good.
And
Ended up being a hair
wild
big.
card
Just
1.
didn't get it.
And Nunavut, same story.
Pretty close throw.
And that wild card team is Tracy Fleury's team, skipped by Chelsea Carey.
10.
Yep.
Same weight. Yep. Hard. Hard.
It's a bit
Hard.
big. Big, big.
Little big.
Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
And if you're wondering why it is Chelsea Carey
Okay,
skipping
sit.
Tracy Fleury's team, the number of teams, and
Weight was good,
obviously
I think.
very respectful. Everyone has reasons, Kathy, whether it's family or
for
it's
sure.
work or just a personal preference to not compete. So Chelsea Carey taking over the team for
No, I
Tracy
think the
Fleury,
weight-
Krista
it didn't
McCarville,
come as
another
much.
example,
Yeah.
allowing the young team from Northern Ontario to come, the Burns team to come compete here.
Really finished as soon as we got close to
And I believe in Sherry Anderson's case, it would have been Robin Silvernagel, but just 2 left on that team because of points and wins
had
over the
to
last
have
2 years.
3.
It was Sherry Anderson indeed qualifying out of Saskatchewan.
Stay with it here.
And that will roll and settle nicely.
That's
That
good. Very nice
yellow
shot.
stone in the wings, and that is shot stone for PEI.
What?
Stuck over here.
See? You can throw Peel. I don't think it'll move.
I don't think so either.
And this is part of the learning of the ice. Teams had 2 days, 1 practice each day to come out and to test the ice and to throw the stones, but you may not always have thrown way out in the wings to know what it does.
Whoa. Yep. Yep.
And she'll just
Nice
have
shot.
enough weight to clip it enough, throwing the high heat there. And I mentioned Nancy's birthday. Unfortunately, she told me she also got a
Just fell
speeding
off a
ticket
hair
on her
at the
birthday,
end.
so you
Oh.
can't win them all, right?
I had a big chunk of it. and
I
then
got
right
one
at
too
the
the
end-
last time I was in
I
Saskatchewan.
remember that. You know how to avoid those, right?
Well, apparently I don't. I got to hang with you more often.
Gave it some.
Light.
Top Yep. Make Gotta go. Hard, Michelle.
Trying to utilize that corner guard yet again.
That's all you got. Yep. Keep going. Tight. You got it. Keep going. Tight. You got it. Yep. Go
Lots and lots of movement off that center line to the wings. Obviously a little bit light, but that is where you see the biggest movement from center line to the wings. And that is consistent on the other sheets that I watched last night as well.
Yeah.
You like that or no?
I don't mind it. Whatever you like, Cher.
Well, you got two options. You don't have hammer, you go around the corner. If you're short, you build a bigger wall. If you're deep, you give them something to draw to. You could go to the wings on the open side and force play away from the corner guards.
Nancy played in 7 Canadian mixed championships, so has some national experience, and lost a Canadian mixed final to Brett Gland and Jocelyn Peterman, playing with Tyrell Griffith.
Just a 3. It's halfway.
Hard, Ben. Hard, guys. Get it as tight as you can. Tight as you can.
Halfway. Hold then.
Okay, maybe not.
Well, a little short on that one, but when you go back to the first end, it was Nancy Martin that turned that whole end around after PEI came out very, very sharp. In the first shot, she's sitting in the hack. It's her first Scotties, and she's looking at a small port and a piece of a stone and has to navigate. That takes a lot of focus. You talked about her experience in mixed. Well, that came to play here. Makes a good roll, and that outside in is a tough shot. With the rollout, now is forced to test her draw weight, going way out into the wings. And again, the first draw at any point is tough, but in your first Scotties ever, there's a lot of pressure on you. Not only has great draw weight, buries it, and those two shots lead to a deuce for Saskatchewan.
The key shot, or shots, brought to you by BKT Tires, growing together.
That's good. That's good.
He threw what we wanted.
How's that look?
I think your weight will be close here.
Yeah.
This is almost a drop half.
Did you guys get that time? I missed.
Fortunately, didn't.
No, I missed it too.
Seems to skate like the draw. The draw to the button here.
Yeah, I think it's like I have to take a little off of what I threw there or not? Not too much?
Not too much, no.
No.
No, because this is another new path. Yeah. I don't think so. I think similar.
Nah, I think this has been used, but like in practice and stuff.
14.5.
Just trying to map the sheet.
Top 4. Bite the 4 is good. Okay. Even if you get half buried.
Well, PEI let Saskatchewan off the hook a little bit with that guard, where the stone from Nancy coming light, it allowed PEI to go in, but because they're behind the tee line, there's not as much pressure on Sherry, but she still does need to bite the forefoot to get shot.
Top 4. Top 4. Yeah, get it here then.
Sherry's first provincial women's curling title came back in 1994, and back here again in 2021.
Okay.
Trying to draw behind cover, and it'll settle biting the 8-foot second shot rock. Shot stone still belonging to PEI with hammer here in the second.
I thought it was enough out of my head. That rock's not just a little bit heavier, isn't it?
Same weight as it's been. Just a bit of a tighter path. Sure.
I like it. Yeah. Top 4, guys.
Top 4 right in there.
All right. 4 or 5.
Okay.
All right, as Suzanne Birt settles in our feature matchup, an update on Sheet A. And Newfoundland Labrador represented by Sarah Hill this year, and for New Brunswick it is Melissa Adams as they go head-to-head. Adams a 1-0 advantage, but final stone here coming in the second.
Now Sarah already lying one, does need to bite the 8-foot in order to score her 2.
Keep it clean if you can. Keep it clean, keep it clean.
Keep it clean. I don't
Right to the tee.
Meantime, in her feature, a light scrub so far from PEI. Suzanne Birt already lying one, trying to get in there for second shot stone. A nice draw weight right on the Scotties' hearts. The 40th anniversary, by the way, you can see the 4-0 on the jerseys of the competitors to Kruger Products. 40 years strong, sponsoring women's curling in Canada.
It is the most amazing sponsor of amateur sport I think that we have ever seen there. They have turned this from a national championship into a true event, and it is something that every female player, regardless of age, just wants to get to.
I mean, we threw some in practice.
How does that look?
Yep, whatever
Too
you
much?
like. I don't mind a hair less, but whatever you see here.
Are you lining up the double here, Kathy?
Well, want to make sure of one, right?
Yep.
Well, they are looking at the double, and Sherry, back in the day, was certainly known as the best hitter on her team coming out of Saskatchewan.
That look is 9-5.
So the tendency is that, but as she said, you don't want to flirt with that
think it'll
long
go
guard.
crazy, but
Make sure you get one.
it will move. Trying to make the double, guys. 2/3 rock.
Okay. Yep.
Whoa, I said it.
Clean. Whoa.
You can see right out of her hat, Kathy, she did set it.
Archie.
This has got to come over just to catch a piece. And she'll clip it, jams it, it spills and spills, and still gets the job done.
Sorry, guys, I gave her a little flick right at the end.
There's the honesty, the comment after, but she manages
It wasn't the
to
nicest
push it
throw,
enough, I
but-
think, to maybe have the force here.
Well, for Sherry, she talked about her release. Watch when she goes to let go. Instead of going to just the straight position, it's that little back motion. Now, if she's out in the wings, she's going to be lucky to get the stone because it runs so straight. But in that center path, it does want to move, catches enough to not only remove one, but move that stone back for second shot. So she lies one buried.
And Suzanne Birt didn't hesitate. They looked at the run back immediately to try and
I would say it's
pick up their two.
The draws also. Either one, whatever you like.
What do you like?
See this.
Okay.
I'll throw a 9-5.
9-5.
Now, they're both available. You
This'll
play
come
the
up a
run
little bit.
for two or you play the draw for one. But you heard Suzanne say draw weight is not a given right now in her mind, and she sees herself making this run.
I'll throw a 9-5.
Just off nose.
Defer to the person throwing the shot, and,
Always.
and that is her right there, Suzanne Birt. So an opportunity to pick up two and respond to Saskatchewan here in the second. Final stone, Suzanne Birt, it's on the way. And she'll drive it and miss everything, so it will be a steal of one for Sherry Anderson and Team Saskatchewan. And a 3-0 advantage for the skip from Delisle. Welcome back to our Scotties coverage here in Calgary. The 10th time that the province of Alberta hosting the Scotties and the 3rd time for the city of Calgary. It was here in 1970, captured by Saskatchewan that year. 1995 was the last time. And a skip, Connie Lalaberty, won it all. And there was this young lady, Kathy Gauthier, throwing second stones for that team. And Sherry Anderson, who's on the ice as well, was in that field at the Max Bell Center. And Sherry tells some funny stories that there was a day outside, it was 17 degrees Celsius, and the fire crew came over to hose down the building to try cool down the ice. And she had some epic memories from that year in Calgary, and I'm sure you do as well.
It was typical Calgary weather. You can have some spectacular spring-like days in the middle of the winter, and it got so warm that they were trying to be helpful, but they hadn't talked to the ice maker. And I remember him just like losing his mind because he was like, what is happening? Where's this moisture coming from? Oh, it was a great event.
Just back 8.
She had a 6-5 record that year
95.
at the Scotties in Calgary at the Max Bell Arena. She actually was under the weather that year as well. As she remembered, she was not feeling well and struggled through illness that year at that Scotties.
I remember going into that event, we had sort of circled the Sherry Anderson game because she was such a good team that year, and that's what happens, you know, when illness hits. It's nothing that you can plan for, but sometimes it's really hard to play through and be at your best.
Hard line. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
It's a touch quiet, eh?
Yeah.
Weight was really
Our
good.
updates continuing. Lori Eddy representing Nunavut out of the Iqaluit Curling Club. And Team Wildcard on the ice this morning. It is Tracy Fleury's team, skipped by former Scotties champion Chelsea Carey.
And there have been a lot of rocks in play in this end. At one point, Lori Eddy was lying 3 in the 4-foot, and Selena Negevin made a wonderful shot right on top. And in trying to remove it, Lori jammed, and so that has allowed this opportunity for Chelsea Carey to draw for 2.
Hard, Liz. Hard, Yep. Good. Got a girl.
And a little tap, and good enough for 2. So 2-0, Team Fleury. Skip by Chelsea Carey. And Chelsea Carey, obviously a world-class curler, but some adjustments for that team. You have COVID, you can't practice together, you haven't really played together, and for Chelsea Carey, trying to speed yourself up, getting to know your new teammates, their releases, their tendencies, etc.
And a wonderful shot here on our feature sheet by Shaylin, not only removing the stone, but in the process dragged one of the other stones behind guards. And so for Suzanne Birt, time to clean up, not only the front, try to make a couple go away.
Whoa, whoa. Yep.
So Megan Hughes trying to do just that for PEI. She'll run it back and spills 1 yellow. Saskatchewan still lying 2 here in the 3rd end.
Open it up a hair and we have our red guard. That's all right. Okay, slow slide here.
Great weight for that shot, just caught too much of the front one. Sherry's called this stone in the house, going right after PEI, trying to put a lot more pressure. The other option would be just to guard those 2 stones and sort of lock off that red guard as well, so that there wouldn't be an easy run back.
We're to it. Top 12.
It's got a curl
We're to
right
it,
now.
Top 12, Sherry.
Stone on the way from Shaylin Kitts, who played in 2 Canadian mixed curling championships with Braden Stewart.
Girl,
And when she's not throwing stones, she's a registered dietitian back home in Saskatchewan.
Guys, I'll throw the same turn. Okay.
Now looking for a double, you're not going to double those 2 yellow ones that are underneath the front of Suzanne's left foot, but if you run it straight back, you'll probably get the one in the 8-foot and the 4-foot as well.
Yep. Yes. Whoa. 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 Yep.
Just like that.
It's good. Great shot.
Okay, Paul. Like it needed my help. Sorry. Suzanne's in my way to get there. It was going out anyway. I didn't do anything.
Good upweight ability, move some stones around, and sticks her shooter in. It's not behind the guard, but all of a sudden now Saskatchewan has to chase instead of just throwing guards. And unless they're able to hit and roll far, there probably will be a double for PEI after Nancy throws.
Hard, guys.
So a lovely second shot there for Megan Hughes as Nancy Martin looking to answer here in 3.
Good sweep, buddy.
And she'll stick it, and again Saskatchewan lies 2.
Good sweep, Shay. A little tight.
That's all right. Control, hit, and roll on your side there.
Okay.
It's pretty tough to hit the top stone and roll behind the corner, even though it's closer. Your odds are that you're just going to stick right there and give them the out. So Suzanne Birt electing to hit the shot stone and make the bigger roll behind those 2 corners.
And Marie gets a little roll. Shot stone, biting 8-foot. Fourth Scotties for Christensen, and she's played them all with Suzanne Birt. Played in a couple of Canadian juniors for Nova Scotia. As she is the import, lives in Halifax.
Okay. Like a 9-5?
It's amazing, too, talking to a lot of the curlers and hearing the skip interviews to begin the competition, how COVID has affected different players and different teams right across the country and how everyone's experiences have been different with this virus. You look out east, they had their own bubble for a lot of the summer and not as affected as other provinces per se.
Good shot, Nancy.
And the Yellowstone spinning, and that will hang on for Nancy Martin.
That's a good shot, trying to ensure that they keep the force on.
Sorry, I was just a little tap. I like the tap. Either one, Suzanne.
Lots of options with this.
Yeah. 95?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it.
I heard the tap, Kathy, trying to promote the redstone just right of the yellow.
I think they looked at playing that hit and roll out in the wings, but that is such an unknown area still. We saw it once already, and it was a hit and roll out. So I think that for them, they feel that tapping that stone may be their best way to have protection because they're going to come right on top of it. And to get shot, needs full 12 with the tap.
Sit. Yep.
That is really nice weight from
Really good judge.
Marie Christensen.
That's an all-around team shot. Great broom placement by Suzanne with that in-between weight, great brushing, and great throw.
That's a good throw. I knew. Yeah, I think so.
Nine 9-5, guys. Same shot as Nancy. Just run her back. I don't mind.
You can see the run back for Sherry, but in that last tap
4 foot on your side.
by Marie, it tapped it far enough back that this is not an automatic shot.
Sure.
Skip stones here in 3. Sherry Anderson, her first on the way. And she'll clip that red stone, but that is still shot rock for PEI.
Ah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, Nance.
This didn't quite, eh? Yeah.
No.
Kind of like mine.
The just didn't quite phrase means just didn't quite get to the broom. I think for Sherry, just threw it a little bit soft, probably came at the broom, but then instead of actually throwing it, let it come out of her hand, and that movement to the wings caught her.
What are you?
Kathy, you could obviously just split the house and draw one right to where the broom is sitting right now. I guess is this just dealer's choice here? You want to just try to get your 2 somehow?
This is a plan by Suzanne Birt to get 3, Brian, because you're right. You could split the house and say we're going to just take our wide open 2, because if you throw it out in the wings, you know that Sherry Anderson's going to chase that. But if they're able to make a good one behind and not be behind the tee line, they're going to force Sherry to play that run back again.
No.
And if she doesn't make it, you've got a chance for 3.
We gotta go back. Yep. You got it. Go. Right back at it, Barry. Go. A little more. Okay. Great sweep. What was that?
So it does settle.
Okay.
And PEI still lying 2 as that one glides all the way to back 12.
My jacket pocket.
Well, and the problem for that is, Brian, is that it's deep, and so they've let Sherry off the hook.
This is good.
Yeah, but I think the freeze is the first call.
Yeah, I agree.
They want to go right on the tee line.
Well, for Sherry, we talked about it already, how much experience that she brings to this. You see both Suzanne and Sherry in the middle of the pack. Those are appearances as a skip. And when you think about how much every rookie skip says they take out of 1 year, so much. And when you look at the top, Jennifer, that we'll see later on this week, 16 appearances is astounding.
Yeah, Jennifer Jones is on top of a lot of records. 6-time Scotties champ. Nobody's ever won 7. And Jennifer is 3 wins away from passing Colleen Jones for most all-time wins at the Scotties. Jennifer has 150, Colleen 152.
Room right now.
Not quite to it. Sea-line. Room right now.
So facing 2 right now without Hammer. Milestone on the way for Sherry Anderson.
Back 8. Back 4.
Okay, you gotta go. Gotta go. Back 8. Back 8. Both of you. You gotta go.
Hard.
Are we on it?
Feels like they're caught in no man's land right now. They wanted the freeze. They don't want this to be poking out.
Great. Good job.
And it does come down, and I think that might just be enough.
It is very nice.
I just didn't want it to drop short.
Yeah,
like
the
over
force
there.
is on, so job done.
It's hard I know.
Yeah.
And that's a great example of where teams that haven't played a lot this year, the communication is going to be really difficult and something that every team will need to work on. They're throwing it. The brushers are thinking there's a lot of weight. We don't need to sweep this. Sherry's thinking I've got a lot of line, and Nancy's thinking this has got to be swept because it will curl hard at the end. And that's where mistakes get made when there's 4 different people with 4 different thoughts. And that is not unique to the shot that we just saw. That communication comes the more you compete together, the more you play together. And that is something that no one out here has had a lot of this year.
Suzanne Birt needs a nice draw here, her final stone in 3.
Running a bit, running.
She won 3 in a row in the best of 5 at provincials back home in PEI to get here.
Very good.
And that is lovely draw weight from the Scotties veteran. It'll settle back 4 and good enough for a single as PEI officially on the board at this year's Scotties here in Calgary.
9 days.
We are in Southern Alberta for this year's Scotties, the Mark and McPhail Center. Update time, Newfoundland, Labrador, New Brunswick over on Sheet A. And it is Melissa Adams representing New Brunswick out of the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton, taking on Sarah Hill out of the Remax Center in St. John's.
And very much like when we saw the last update from the sheet, Skip already lying 1. This is a draw to the paint for the pair.
Curling, curling. Mine's good. Okay. Right into my room. Make it good. Okay, looks good.
Melissa playing with Jacqueline Tingley, Nicole Arsenault Bishop, and Kendra Lister.
2 yellow.
And that is indeed 2 yellow.
I was so into it, I didn't.
So 3-2 New Brunswick leading Newfoundland Labrador after 3.
Solid,
There's a look at the fans, the cutouts, which is a pretty awesome job done by Curling Canada. I think we got the Gushu curls, we got the sociables in the house, a lot of familiar names from across Canada, and some local Calgary celebrities. Pretty awesome. I've been looking for you in there, Gochi, but you're actually
I'm actually
beside me.
here,
You're actually
and I
here.
actually move.
So there's a look at the cutouts. I meant to get my dog in there. Oh, there's Trooper. That's Lisa Weagle's dog there, Trooper. I can see him.
Well, people had the opportunity to support this event by purchasing a cutout. And we've got some amazing athletes, some Hall of Famers, some curlers fans.
And a dog, Trooper, there as well.
Your dog, Trooper.
Well, not my dog. Trooper seems like a good time. My dog's at home, but
Okay.
I digress. As we're back underway in the 4th end, Saskatchewan a 3-1 advantage with Hammer. And there you mentioned, there's Jerome McGinley. Theron Fleury. Looks like Mike Vernon there. And the current captain, Mark Giordano.
Where's Blake Wheeler?
Well, the Jets did win last night.
Did.
This will run really nice here. Straight
Going
up.
to see Jerome, obviously Hall of Famer. So many things put off or postponed because of COVID, and we're just so grateful that, you wondered, Kathy, at the end of Kingston of the Briar and how the world was shutting down if and when we'd get back. And it is a thrill to be back calling some curling. It is amazing talking to the curlers and their conversations with family and friends and people, the messages you're even getting from, our TSN friends, how grateful people are across the country to have a chance to watch something during this pandemic. A lot of the country is still involved in certain lockdowns depending on where you live.
Tight.
Well, the protocols here are very tight. The teams are all walking in with masks. The only time that we take ours off is when we have the opportunity to do the opening, but the extra care and the caution and the cleaning that's been taking place so that everyone wants these events to go. It's pretty spectacular.
And even for our TSN crew, there's temperature checks and we're tested
every other day.
You know, it's, you know, a really good job by everyone involved. Again, we can't stress that enough to be able to bring you curling.
Need a hair more, right?
Yeah. It's a good throw.
Yeah.
Well, that long stone out front doesn't impact the path to that shot stone because the movement's all at the end.
Whoa. Just clean. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
She's the youngster on this team. Shaylin Kitts, 23 years of age. She'll turn 24 on March 10th.
Sorry, Shay.
As we'll still be in the curling bubble.
Yeah, sorry.
Great lineup of championships coming your way. Our season of champions. Scotties, the Briar. We'll be calling the mixed doubles championships as well. Kathy, men's worlds. And you hope somehow, some way that the women's worlds, I don't know if they can somehow pull it off down the line, but you know, you feel for those athletes. So gutted for Gushu and Einarson after working your whole life. Einarson, obviously Gushu's won a few now, but Einarson win your first and then pretty much you're ready to go to the Worlds and you're about to get going and it's, I guess, taken away from you. I mean, really, that's what happened.
Now rolling to the other side, so it is open for Sherry Anderson, the double opportunity.
Hey, straight up, Nance. Little firm. 10. Close. 9-7. 10.
Whoa.
It's good.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa. We're still rolling here. That's good.
And she'll pick one away and settles for shot stone.
Just a bit big.
No, I don't think so.
Kind of fascinating. You were doing updates last night with Vic and Cheryl and Russ and talking about the eye and the hog and the technology going old school this year. And it's funny, you talk about chips and conductors for many industries around the world and even curling impacted during the season.
Well, they certainly were. They were going to be using new handles for this. We're so used to seeing the blinking lights and watching for those. But the technology to update the system did not arrive. It's one of those things that transportation during COVID didn't happen. And so it will be on your honor this week at the Scotties. And they're hoping to have that update available for the Briar and for the rest of the events that will take place here.
What'd she say?
It's great to see your chips and all of your hardware has been ready to go. It's funny, you know, even you laugh, but as broadcasters, you haven't done this in a long time. And it was the same going back and calling hockey in empty buildings. And I think, you know, I was as, I don't know if nervous is the right word, but just really excited to get back to, you know, to see you in person, to see people again. It's just weird, but it's really nice to be back. Final stone here in 4 for the Team Saskatchewan third, Nancy Martin.
Top 12.
Trying to put some aggression into this end with last rock. Not interested in hitting that wide open stone in the wings. That forces play at the back of the house. Trying to bury around that stone, make it tough for PEI.
Good call, guys.
Great sweep, girl.
You know, she's had a really nice start to her Scotties debut.
Playing a wonderful game.
Some nice shots for Nancy Martin.
Nice throw. Way to test it. Good.
All right, we just checked in. We'll do it again, though. Over on sheet A, it is Newfoundland, Labrador, and New Brunswick, and the final stone on the way from Sarah Hill.
Well, she's already lying shot. She's hitting the stone at the back because of another stone out in the 12-foot. You see right now, chance for 3.
Bang, right on. So a nice shot from Sarah. And her team will take the lead back as they're up 5-3 through 4.
Bury it in there.
All right.
This is a shot that's caused Suzanne a little bit of struggle this morning, is finding draw weight. She's been a little heavy, a little light sometimes.
Just a hair less. Yeah. That good?
Kathy, third straight appearance for Suzanne. And 4 times she's finished with a record above 500. Last time that was in Sydney in 2019. She was 6-5. Last year, Moose Jaw 5-6 record.
Line's really good. Top 8.
And always one of those teams we seem to talk about that, I don't know if even dark horse is the right word, but always has that chance to get some momentum and make a run here.
Well, a lot of talent on this team for sure. Suzanne throws a lovely stone.
And a little late here, though, with this rock.
That's good. Okay. Good sweeping. What was that one? I had 4. It's pretty close.
So much of this game is feel. You hear a lot about numbers, and that's a guide, but it really is a feel. Once you make a draw, you just have that confidence that you know what to throw. And when you're just a little bit light, a little bit heavy, you're just looking for that magic in your fingers that gives you the confidence to throw it. And so far, it's been a little bit elusive for Suzanne. Close every single time.
You know, the one thing that COVID in this world did do for Team PEI, Suzanne talked about the fact they actually had the time to have a sports psychologist to actually train more and physically work on their workouts to improve themselves off the ice because they simply had the time to do all those things.
It just kept going. So as long, I mean, I got more ice, but I want to keep it back 8. We need a piece of the 8-foot for shot. So 14.5. I need to take a hair off of what I gave you. Okay. Okay.
Now, like you asked last, Dan Bryan, when you wondered if Suzanne Birt would go to the wings and she tried to play for 3, Sherry is doing what exactly you suggested. She's splitting the house, knowing that if she's wide open, it's going to really make Suzanne try to chase that stone and make a roll.
We'll take a peek over on sheet B. It is the 6th-time Scotties champion, Jennifer Jones, representing Manitoba, taking on Team Quebec and Laurie St. George. And Laurie is an outstanding young curler out of Quebec, and we got to call her a few times at the junior level, Kathy. Very spunky and a lot of fun, a great young competitor.
Well, and some great future for Quebec for sure. And in this end, this whole 2 potential generated with a hit that was just ticked over by Jocelyn Peterman, and then the team from Quebec was able to maintain that stone advantage, and there's your 2 and your tie.
Good for her. So Laurie playing with Haley Armstrong, Emily Riley, and Cynthia St. George.
So 3 of those young women that we saw in the Canadian final a couple of years ago.
To make sure it go, like, just to
and what a thrill to play one of your idols on the biggest stage in Jennifer Jones, who's won it all. And
good.
Staying with her, a 2-2 tie right now over on sheet D.
Behind the guard. Yeah.
So a chance to make a lot go away. You play the hit here, this stone goes here, your shooter goes over there, and all of a sudden when the dust clears, you could see 3 red.
If not, you need to roll it a little bit, yeah.
So big weight needed for this shot.
Normal. Yep.
In a bit of trouble here in 4, final stone for Suzanne Birt without hammer.
Yep. Stay with it.
Bang it, try roll that shooter cross country, clip the yellow. And that is a lovely effort, but I think the 2's still available here for Saskatchewan. A great try. So close, a game of inches here, Kathy.
Well, it is. They needed to hit that stone thinner so that that red stone that's being swept right now, it goes at a more of a sharp angle and hits that yellow one.
We hit like 3/4. Yeah.
But because it rolled across the top, that yellow stone is second shot, hit for 2.
Okay. But I think it should be good here.
Sure.
she resets. The back-to-back world senior gold medalist for Canada in 2018 and 2019. Sherry Anderson, her final stone here in 4. Picked up 2 in the first, bang, and she'll get a pair here in 4. So 5 points on the board for Team Saskatchewan and a picture-perfect start for the team out of the Nutana. The season of champions officially underway. It is the 40th anniversary of the Scotties Tournament of Hearts, and a great start for Team Saskatchewan. A 5-1 advantage over PEI and Suzanne Birt.
3, 4.
As lead stones are on the way. This one from Brianne Knapp.
Do it.
And after some, I guess you could call it rookie jitters in that first end for Saskatchewan. 27 players, by the way, making their Scotties debut, including 3 on the Saskatchewan team. They really seem to have settled down, Kathy.
Well, they are, and I think, you know, I keep going back to that first end, and those 2 great shots by Nancy Martin really set the tempo for relaxing the entire team and just feeling a little bit of a groove. But we've just looked at Brianne Knapp, so while a rookie out here in terms of a player, she's been here as an alternate a couple of times, so that gave experience. And she's been on the national and international stage from CIS to Canadian Junior Championships. So it's not brand new. Formerly Brianne Meekin.
Shot. Good.
If you tap it, eh? You could play like this.
Yeah, that's kind of my first thought. Okay. Okay, Shay. Slow kick.
Well, it's the hits that have brought Brianne's numbers down. In the first case, they weren't sure where the ice was. They felt she'd thrown it well, and then the second one, she flipped out just a little bit. But the numbers very strong for Shaylin.
Back line.
Okay.
Back line. Back 12.
So that helps.
Clean.
You have a struggle at one position, and the next player can pick up the slack. That's what being a teammate is all about.
When you played, Kathy, how much as a competitor did you care or look at those numbers on a daily or weekly basis throughout a championship?
You know what? The first couple years, I just chose to not look at them because I knew that whatever I saw, it would mess with, you know, my own confidence levels. And then I started to look at them, and it does sometimes drive you to be better, but can also beat you up. So you have to know how you deal with when you see those numbers. I think for skips and for thirds, they're great tools to look at your opponent and say, where might the weaknesses be? What kind of game do we call? That's what they're really wonderful for. But if you take them as a personal thing, they can beat you up.
Good.
Megan Hughes gets some yellow granite moving.
I didn't get it.
As Hughes, a former skip at Canadian Juniors, 4 appearances for PEI. And as you look across the sheets in this field, tons of the young juniors, Kathy. We've been lucky enough to call them for the last number of years, and then you see them. We just mentioned the young Quebec team and people coming up from junior and making an impact here on the national Scotties stage.
Little set.
Weight's good.
Clean. Yep.
Well, that transition used to be 5, 6, 7, 8 years before we would often see them. We're seeing them more frequently now, and that's thanks to things like CIS where you can bridge it, and also some stick-to-itiveness of juniors to say, I want to stay, I want to play women's. I will do my university over a longer period of time, but I don't want to walk away from the sport.
Can we? What do you like?
We hit the back one?
I think we're going to be on if we...
I don't think we'll be on if we hit the top one. No, I don't think we will.
Here? Yeah, we could do that.
I like that. Wrong roll, yep.
Just here?
Just a little less weight.
Less weight. 10 and a half.
Yeah, that was probably 10. I guess.
Well, the first shot that Suzanne looked at was tapping that Yellowstone, biting the 12 back behind the tee line. And even though you're promoting your opponent's stone, rather, you're going to leave a short guard. You're going to put a stone behind the tee line. Maybe you can draw 2, but they've elected to go with this hit and roll.
Great brushing the roll behind cover. Shot stone, PEI.
It's good.
Great shot.
Super shot.
me.
I don't mind that if you like it.
One more look at the lovely throw from Megan, getting that perfect
It
roll.
opens it even if
Well,
I.
for PEI, really wanting to find a way to score 2 going to the break.
Okay, just sticker.
Yeah.
9.5.
Feet. Yep, babe. Yep.
Firm, Nance. Firm.
Whoa. Yep.
Whoa.
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 Firm.
Whoa.
Okay.
And Nancy Martin will
All right.
drive it by. Shooter does stay in the rings, top 12.
Sherry saying anything?
Ah, shoot. Sorry, I thought we were going to make contact at the end there.
Tell me what she's. Oh, yeah.
Here's your perfect spot, not completely buried.
I thought we were going to make contact at the end.
But you show a little bit, so you can't get to the face of the stone that will just be thrown, and you see a little bit of the back one teasing out. So it's very difficult to remove and stick around. If you're completely buried, you're going to leave the shot stone wide open.
Sorry, I'm giggling because I looked over at you trying to work your telestrator.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Wasn't going
Stabbing this thing.
Wasn't going very smoothly. Oh, welcome back, Kathy.
Go, go, go,
We'll get your computer chips figured out here shortly.
Hard.
And that'll actually get right through. That's a tough break. If you just clip the red stone, you stick around. Even the guard, if you clipped it, you stick around.
And again, we go back to communication. That's where you yell really early.
Or is it just quicker there? It probably is
Thought
quicker.
I was light and had a pretty big ad. It didn't help.
Okay.
I would
Be a 10.
Okay.
Weight's good.
Yep.
Weight's good.
Mentioned seeing some of the hockey greats in the cutouts in the crowd.
Yeah.
Nancy is a Capitals fan because she played with Taryn Holtby, and obviously Braden Holtby now a winner, Stanley Cup winner with the Caps, now a Vancouver Canuck. She's like, how can I cheer for the Canucks now, though? So we had a pretty funny chat. And then, of course, to make matters worse, her husband is a Montreal Canadiens fan, so that household has probably a lot of different hockey conversations.
Hockey views.
Exactly. As Taryn played in a Scotties, representing Saskatchewan a few years back.
Top 8. Line's good. Where? Real.
For Marie, trying to lock it on the corner of that buried stone so that any play to it would jam
Right to here.
onto the Saskatchewan stone.
Go line. Go line. Who's in line? Go. Hard. Go.
And just a foot or so too late, you freeze that shot stone, and you're looking pretty good if you're PEI.
There.
Yeah, how is that there?
It should hang for a while. I'd like to be about here, T-line.
Yeah, T-line's great.
Bite the 4.
Sure.
Gave me the 3, and I didn't.
Sherry looking to split the house.
You
Create
think that's
a
enough
force.
ice, guys, to get me across to the, but still bite the 4? Like, I don't want to go too far because she's going to wrap
Sherry,
it.
I think there's a lot of finish here.
Yeah, it's not too little, I'm saying.
No.
Okay.
Gets there.
Yeah.
Like a close weight.
Because it was a
Yeah.
head lighter, it curled more.
Sherry looking for 4 foot to try to lure PEI away from those stones all on the far side. Doesn't want her to go around again and feels that if she's in the 4 foot, Suzanne may have to make a play at it or feel like she has to make a play at it.
Yeah, T-line, guys.
Stay sweet. Top T. 12.
Gotta go.
Stay hard, then. Top 12.
Hard.
Hard.
Hard. Hard, guys.
You know, if there's one thing we've noticed, Kathy, it's so early, but on this sheet, draw weight has eluded at times both teams.
Correct.
Jeez.
Is that just changing? I mean, obviously no fans in the building for the ice makers to deal with.
So hard.
We're in southern Alberta where it can be very dry when it comes to the air.
You know what, I
Do you want
think...
to just play like draw weight so we tap it in no matter what?
Just going to listen for a second.
Like back line. Just,
Yeah, even just here.
because you want to make sure, well, if we're going to do it, we'll try to make sure that that gets to there. So even like just back 8.
Okay.
that look good?
Yep.
Moving to
We talked to him about that.
I think that in the beginning, Brian, it's feel. One of the calls that I made before I came here is my old, and I don't mean old Cal, so don't lose it on me, but my former sports psychologist, Dr. Cal Botterill, and we talked about what the teams would face. And he, you know, he's been around this game and sport for a long time. And one of the things he said is that the players that will do well early are the ones that focus on feel and not about all the other things and reanalyzing how they threw and trying to throw to a number. And I think that feel is something that you get from repetition, and the repetition has not been able to be there. Then you add the fact that the ice conditions are different. They all threw draws to the button, but did they go far out in the wings or having to go to different paths? We've always said the center line is different because people don't throw down the center line as often. So all of these things that you need to remember, and it's a bit overwhelming.
Michelle McQuaid, a little more curl. She'll tap it. And it is still Scott Rock, Saskatchewan. And that's sort of been the game for PEI. They have been close, just the angle's a bit off this morning.
So close, great weight.
Good. Oh, shoot.
You think of that hit and roll the other end where she came across and, you know, hit a titch thinner.
Yeah.
And she's got a brilliant shot.
Maybe a little more.
Well, look at the stones, Brian. If she hits that a little bit thicker, that yellow stone is third shot, and she's got two, one of them buried. But instead, it is Saskatchewan that continues to lie one and a chance to do the same thing. But try to get to the 4-foot this time. And it's the draw numbers. We will probably see that when we look at the numbers after 5 through the lineup, that it has been draw weight that's been the Achilles heel of most that have thrown draws.
Back 4. T.
Final stone here in 5 for Sherry Anderson, the in-turn draw.
We're there, Nance.
Trying to force Suzanne Birt.
Sure, don't leave it high. No, it's not. Okay, yep, it's back 4. Okay, yep.
Some nice finish on these stones on this ice surface. As the chief ice technician, Gregor Wasko, he's got a lot of talented ice minds behind him as well, helping over the next 2 months, basically.
I don't know. Just keep doing it. Don't think about it. How'd that one feel? I think if we come this way, like a 4 is close. Just
Well, and the other thing is that most of these teams were worried about getting their feet under them and throwing and just getting the feel in the practice, where often teams will use it to match rocks. These rocks were used in the Brier last year, but the women's teams haven't used them since the Canada Cup, and a lot of these teams weren't in that. So they are going to have to learn the stones.
All right.
Quickly, Kathy, do the handles without the eye and the hog make a difference? New handles, does that affect the rock at all?
No, not the rock. No, not at all.
Okay. Here, see, I learned one thing today.
Well, and if the diameter of the handle was faster, and ouch, there's the draw numbers that we talked about. And she has not been far off. But unfortunately, if you're a skip, you're usually getting a 4 or a 0 in terms of scoring.
Yeah, that is uncharacteristic for Suzanne Birt. She has usually brilliant draw weight. And she needs one here, a game saver. Final stone in 5.
just to T. Ooh, a lot.
It's got to sit down.
Shot.
And it will. And sometimes it's when you make the shot, as she will get a single.
I almost take that.
And that's a game saver. As we're midway through our feature matchup at the Scotties here at the Mark and McPhail Center. Saskatchewan leads by 3.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Home Hardware, here's how. By Sponge Towels Paper Towels, made for real-life messes. And by OK Tire and BKT Tires.
Beautiful look at downtown Calgary, host to the 1988 Winter Olympics, and we're here for this year's Scotties Tournament of Hearts. And we're also thinking of Allie Jenkins, who was beloved in Saskatchewan in the curling community with people she played with and against, and a former teammate as well of Sherry Anderson. She was just 30 years of age when she passed away, complications giving birth to their third child, her husband Scott, of course. We think of him and the children, and we asked Sherry Anderson on Thursday about what she remembers about her teammate Allie.
She was just that light, you know, she was that bubbly, fun-loving, liked to have a good time, competitive as hell, just really a great teammate on and off the ice. Those were her nicest qualities for sure, and liked to have a good time.
Gone way too soon at 30 years of age, and so to Scott, if you're watching, and to your children, we're thinking of you. As we remember Allie Jenkins and Team Saskatchewan doing her proud as Sherry Anderson and company leading after 5 here in Calgary.
It's not quite computed.
Definitely going to have to rely on some experience, and I think that's kind of what everyone's doing. And for the newer teams here, it's just the excitement, and everyone's just trying to rely on their past experiences to get them through this week.
I expect a really good game. Just because we haven't played them before doesn't mean that we're not on par with them or can't be on par with them. So we're really excited for that game. You know, we've kind of had it circled on our schedule since we got the schedule, and it'll be a lot of fun.
And that is the matchup this afternoon. Wildcard team Beth Peterson taking on Rachel Homan, 3-time Scotties champion, as you can join Vic, Cheryl, Russ, Kathy at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time later on TSN. And for Team Ontario, a new look as well, as Sarah Wilkes now on the team. And Lisa Weigel is now a part of Team Manitoba on the ice right now on Sheet B with Jennifer Jones, as we bring you inside the Mark and McPhail Center, located in Winsport, right by the Canadian Sports Hall of Fame, where our good friend Cheryl Bernard does such a wonderful job.
Great, Michelle. Great shot.
What a facility. 3 NHL ice surfaces, gym facilities. It's basically the heart and soul of the Canadian winter sports movement. And I mentioned Calgary, the Olympics in 1988 here. They actually had the bid for the 2026. They thought about it, the city of Calgary. It was not to be after a vote locally, but what a great town and what a great facility, and we're thrilled to be back in southern Alberta and in Calgary. As we're underway here in the 6th end, Saskatchewan a 5-2 advantage with Hammer up by 3. Lead Stones on the way in this one from Brianne Knapp.
Okay, Brianne. All right. I guess we should say that too. It usually gets a little bit quicker.
You know, selfishly, Kathy, I was hoping the city of Calgary might think about that 2026 bid for the Winter Games after we were in Vancouver in 2010.
It was one of the best experiences of my life.
It was to have an Olympics, and obviously with mixed doubles, Olympic sport, curling, Olympic sport, huge part of the game.
Little tight, Marie.
That was quite the experience in Vancouver.
Okay, line's fine.
We saw Brianne trying to play the tick shot, combination of a little bit too much weight and that path that runs straight allows the opportunity for PEI to double stack, get 2 guards, lots of separation. So they have what they need to work with.
Hey, bud. Dina? Yeah, I think so. 15-2.
Brianne was an alternate for Chelsea Carey in 2014 in Montreal.
Becky.
They won the bronze medal that year, also an alternate in Charlottetown for Kathy Overton Clapham. And that was the year, by the way, that the alternate in our feature matchup, Amber Holland, won the Scotties in PEI, beating Jennifer Jones in that final 8-7. Yeah, that kind of morning. Sometimes you have one of those mornings, her first Scotties appearance, shake it off.
Top 4. Hold in. T.
Chance to get behind.
Freeze, rock. Back 4. Back 8. No, it's hanging. Back 8. Sit.
So after 5, if you're Suzanne Birt and you're in the huddle with your team, what do you talk about? I mean, we've talked about it up here, missing a couple shots by an inch here or there.
You're talking about weight. You're talking about how people feel and comparing it to something that you know. How is it like compared to your home club? Is it a little bit heavier? What are you finding?
Just a quick timeout. They're going to see if that's in the rings. They'll bring in an official.
And that's the time that you can certainly call one. You're not charged for a timeout because it has to be clearly over. He feels that it is, so he'll kick that stone off.
Make sure the one, Shay.
Okay. Okay, straight through, kid. Let's go.
So the peel on here for Shaylin Kitts. So basically, you know, shake it off, stay positive, Kathy. I mean, to wrap up that thought.
Yeah, you learn from it. You talk about the rocks. What are people feeling? Is there a rock that's heavier? Do you move them around?
Yep.
Like, what are you feeling? What are you, not only what you're seeing, but what are you feeling? And you share that. And you try to make the second half much better. They're down 3 points. That is very doable, but it comes in small increments. And you just remember how to miss correctly. We're down. If we're going to be anything, we should be light. And unfortunately, something that players forget is it's often a little bit quicker when you come back after the mop. And so we're seeing some rocks slide a little bit further than the teams want them to.
And if you remember, this specific PEI team knows how to put up the points. Remember the Scotties? PEI New Brunswick had that game. They combined for 25 points, and Birt won it 13-12 in an extra end. I hope you took the over. Quick update on the scores across the sheets of ice.
20.
Newfoundland Labrador a 5-3 advantage. And Jennifer Jones picking up a pair, so it is Quebec with Hammer down by 2. And a tight one between Wildcard 1 and Nunavut. Lori Eddy, the skip for Nunavut. And it is Chelsea Carey skipping the Tracy Fleury team.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Got a girl, that's good.
Okay, good throw.
Nice. Great throw. Corner guard. Yeah.
Well, not only removes a stone, but actually rolls one of them from the center to the wings. So you have an opponent's stone over there, but it's a corner guard, and that's something that with Last Rock, Saskatchewan will want to utilize, has opened up the 4-foot path. So very well done.
Halfway tight. Out there. Line's good.
Marie Christensen won a silver at Canadian Mixed Curling Championships in Winnipeg for Nova Scotia.
Line's good.
And was a skip herself at a couple of Canadian juniors in 2007, 2009.
Good, Marie. Nice.
Won a U Sports silver back in 2010 as well at St. Mary's Universities as a skip. So it's amazing how, you know, former skips will move around. You look at the Team Anderson combination, a bunch of former skips, and obviously found a way to get it done to win a national championship last year.
It's commitment to position. It doesn't matter, you know, for some people where they play in the lineup, as long as they embrace the position, go about finding out how to be the best at it and commit. The worst thing to do is feel like you're stepping down if you used to skip, but now you're stepping down to third or second. That's not the kind of commitment that's going to generate, you know, the best of you in that position. And I think Carrie Anderson's team is an excellent example of people that said it would never work because you have all skips, but they each embraced what their role was and sought to be the best at it, and clearly they are.
I think, Kathy, on the flip side of that, too, I think you have a lot more respect for your skip, having been there, done that before, and understanding what it's like to be in the hack for those final 2 rocks.
Absolutely, and the reverse is also true. I think as a former skip, you start to appreciate the judgment of the front end, the sweeping, the physical side of the game. It's a win for everyone as long as you love the position that you're in.
Nice sweep. That's good, Marie. Nice. Let's be careful of that after
Whoa, Shay.
So Nancy Martin, another cleanup job, trying to remove that
Clean.
high red guard, and she will.
Throw nuts.
Good pair.
Yeah, and we can probably sweep.
Some rocks in play over on sheet C. Update time in a 2-2 tie. It is Eddy representing Nunavut and Tracy Fleury's team, skipped by Chelsea Carey. And they had a look in the house, and it looks like Chelsea here with final stone in 6 has a chance to pick up a few here.
She's trying to play for 4. I've had my eye a little bit on this game because it's right beside the sheet that we're bringing you this morning. And one thing about Lori Eddy and her Nunavut team, lots of rocks in play, always lots of rocks in the forefoot. So trying to come across the face of their own stone to remove the lone red stone.
Hard, it's going.
3 wildcard teams at this year's Scotties, and 5 coming from the province of Manitoba.
Oh, and will not just
it won't get there. I think it's just
2.
I think 2.
That was quite the run, Liz. 2 yellow. I could have swept that.
Yeah.
Seda Pinkston having a closer look.
Yeah.
They may put a stick to it.
I just feel like I feel like
Meanwhile, a great parry by Suzanne Birt on our feature.
Through that.
Yeah, so we'll get you up to date. It's 1 for sure. They're going to measure to see if it is 2.
I'm going to ask her how that's
So team wildcard out of the East St. Paul Curling Club in Manitoba.
In my head, I'm really tight, and it might be a little.
Of course, you have the 3 wildcard teams for Manitoba, Team Canada, and Jennifer Jones obviously representing Manitoba. So
We're looking at like top 4 weight, guys.
good representation from the province.
Don't want to take it too
Well, an
deep,
interesting
but
comment that we heard out of Chelsea Carey as we left that sheet was just in my head, I'm really tight. I'll have to ask how I'm throwing it. These are the kinds of things we're going to hear for the first part of this week for sure, as players are just getting back into throwing.
Well, and I don't. If anything, I actually want a little bit more ice, because if I tighten it, then I'm going to pitch it even
So
more.
a live measurement on sheet C as Sherry Anderson ready to deliver her first.
T. Back now. Back 4. Back 4. Back 4. Back 8. No.
Well, the great Barry meant that Sherry was trying to follow and duck around, but this is that straighter path, no movement.
Okay, was that a different rock than I threw last time, the first run? Because it really felt different in my hand when I was sliding.
And now the important discussion. I think they're going around the horn again on sheet C, so it's got to be very close.
So the official will tighten it a little bit more just to make sure that it reacts higher on the gauge.
Selena and Sadie watching closely. So it is 2.
It was the closest.
So a 4-2 advantage for
Yeah, she said it was.
the wild card team. Skipped by Chelsea Carey. They lead by 2 after 6. And maybe a window opening here for Suzanne Birt to try apply a little bit of pressure to Sherry Anderson here in 6.
Top 4.
Where's the perfect spot for this rock, Kathy?
Just trying to get around again, but in front of the tee line. Do not want to be buried and allow Sherry Anderson to corner freeze onto the stone. Really trying to make this go sideways now.
And it is. That is carving over. And they'll just wrap it by their stone, staggered, buried, and it will be a draw against 2. And after seeing the ice and some of the struggles on both teams with draw weight and ice, we'll see if Sherry Anderson can come through here in 6.
Now I think I can think 14 and a half. Normal 14
Yeah, I think
and a half,
what
right?
you have been throwing us.
Yeah. Like, I don't think I need to take a little off of what my last shot was there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the broom in the position that
Right on the pin.
they utilized in the pre-game draw to the button. It's a path that she feels that she knows well. You've just heard her give herself some confidence. And for Suzanne, did the best that she could. Forces the draw to bite the forefoot, tucks it in so that Sherry can't play the hit.
I think we're T on its own.
T. T.
Running right now. No.
On its own.
Not curling at all.
And not a good sign for Team Saskatchewan. Final stone in 6 as this rock needs to dig in for Sherry Anderson.
And not an inch of movement from when she let go. No chance for the weight to come off. That's a big steal of 2.
The draw struggles continues on both sides for PEI in Saskatchewan, but some life for Suzanne Birt. They're within one.
Done a better job of communicating that spot.
Welcome back to our first morning draw at the Scotties Saturday morning here in Calgary. And a big steal of 2 for PEI, Suzanne Birt in 6. And draw weight, if you want to talk about it. Well, yeah, TSN Turning Point, the storyline, both teams struggling, Kathy, with draw weight.
It really has been, and part of that is communication, part of that is mapping the ice, part of it is seeing the trends and what the ice is doing and not picking up on it.
Mr. 10.
A lot of talk about great junior curlers coming up and playing the Scotties. Brianne, wasn't she part of an outstanding junior team, Caitlin Law?
Oh, yes.
And they won a Canadian title together.
Really good. Whoa, got it, girl. Good throw.
Great throw, Brianne.
Nice weight.
There it is.
Suzanne Birt, former Canadian champion as well.
That's what I thought it was. Great weight, nah. Brianne.
Nap, nap.
Nap, nap.
It's amazing, too. Suzanne coming out of junior, winning back-to-back. 2001, 2002 Canadian junior titles, won a silver during her run, and then that was the year. The next year, she stepped up her first Scotties and went 10-3.
Stay with it here. Okay.
So one of the trends we've talked about, this was the sheet we had as a feature last night. It's exactly the same today. So what you've got is this center line. When you go to the wings, that's where you're going to see a lot of movement. But when you're outside and you're going down here, the rocks are running absolutely straight. And when they run straight, they don't have the opportunity to curl and bring the weight off. That's why all of those draws that we're seeing outside in are running straighter, faster, going through. That's what the teams need to pick up. Map the ice, know when you're going outside, it's going to curl 6 feet, the weight will come off. In the center path, it just doesn't do that.
So, Kathy, who's that on? Is that up to an Amber Holland or a Kathy O'Rourke or a coach to say, hey, listen, we got to pick up on this? Is that on the skip? Who's it on?
The answer is yes to everything.
Everybody.
It is everybody. Someone like Amber Holland who's got years of experience, that's something she could have shared at the fifth end if she saw it. You know, what we're seeing, you guys, is it's doing this. All of these players are noticing when they're heavy, when they're light. That's the kind of thing that Amber could see and say, you guys, I watched the sheet last night. I've watched it today. It's not moving on that outside in. You got to throw less. You got to think paths. It's a joint effort to pick up these kinds of things. Because these players are better than the draw percentages show.
Yeah, our 2 alternates in this feature matchup were in back-to-back Scotties finals. 2010, it was Kathy O'Rourke losing that exciting final to Jennifer Jones, and then a year later in PEI, Amber Holland beating Jennifer Jones.
Good 10. 9-5.
Yep. Clean, yep. Hard. Hard.
Okay.
Good throw.
Good throw, Shay.
9-9.
Update time. Let's check in on Sheet B. And the 6-time Scotties champion and Olympic gold medalist, Jennifer Jones, a 4-2 advantage over the young team out of Quebec, skipped by Laurie St. George. And for Quebec, they didn't have a play-down opportunity. It was a selection process. They selected youth and went with this young team. And so far, she's hanging in there with a 6-time champ.
Well, she's electing to play a tap on her final stone. Jennifer lying 2.
Good throw.
So there's a promotion, and there's your single.
Lovely touch. So hanging in there, down by 1, Jones with hammer.
Yep, keep it going.
You got it, girls. Keep going. Go, 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 go.
Good.
Really good, Sweet.
Good. 25.
Nancy looking to peel off that lonely guard.
Clean.
Nancy, one of 27
Yep.
rookies
Yep.
at this year's Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Go, Nance.
You like the format change, Kathy, in line with the Worlds more and having that round robin top team? If you got the top record, you're going straight to the final, and then 2 plays 3. What are your thoughts?
It's tough, you know. I like when Canada mirrors what happens at the World. It's a great way to prepare your teams. What makes it really hard is in this year of the largest Scotties field ever, it tells you that your record has to be stellar to get through. If only 3 teams go through, if you lose a couple of games, you may find yourself very quickly in a position of vulnerability. So that's the only asterisk for me this year, is the number of teams in the event versus the number that actually will make the playoffs.
Good. Okay. Good judge. That's good.
Peel it out.
Same weight?
Same thing, peel.
Okay. I thought she was same weight, peel. No, same thing.
And looking to peel, because if you get a nose hit and you don't roll on, which would be the alternative call, you're allowing a guard, even though it's a tight guard, that PEI could utilize.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Hard.
Yep.
Hard.
Yep. Hard.
Whee!
Yep.
Hard.
I got the roll. Yep.
Good.
Sweet bud. Okay. Okay.
Maybe we can go the middle again.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's tough to get out to that one.
Okay. Top 4.
So her first stone will go to the middle. In the event that Sherry should miss, it's something that you would guard.
Top 4.
And if there's nothing in play on the second one, you might see Suzanne pick a spot where she feels that maybe Sherry hasn't been throwing as well.
And hopefully put some confidence in her back pocket with some draw weight, because it's been that kind of morning for both teams in their defense. Both sides have struggled to find draw weight.
Not curling yet.
Okay.
Line's curling.
Top 4. Starting to curl.
Needs a little curl. Line's starting to go.
It's all there. Line's good.
Line's great.
And that's nice draw weight from Suzanne Birt. Lovely, top 4. So a lot of changes this year, Kathy, with a COVID year and the Scotties the way we're having it. And look at the extra teams added. 9 in Pool A, 9 in Pool B. That means extra round robin games. That means the top 8 will make the championship pool, which begins now on Friday.
Yep.
So everything changes a little bit. No more page playoff. You're going to carry your record with you. And as you mentioned, you can't really afford to lose a lot. And what a nugget, though, at the end of the week. If you're the top team, you're going right to the final.
Well, when you looked at that board, you saw that Rachel Holman was the only one at 0 wins, 0 losses, and that's because you get a bye with an uneven number, and they just happen to draw the bye in the first round, which is a player that's not your ideal. You'd love the bye later on in the week when you're tired, a chance to get a break. Plus, these teams want to get out. They want to play. But for Rachel, has to wait till the next draw.
A little flopping.
Throw, bud.
I don't know if it's the way I'm throwing them or just that much closer to the center line.
Yeah, come on. Give me a high five. Thank you.
Oh, definitely move.
I thought it was a little tight.
But I didn't want her off of it, but
This is good.
okay.
And that's another thing, Kathy, that will take some getting used to, at least even as a broadcaster. Dead silence at times. Not a peep. No fans. No activity going on. No murmurs from other sheets a lot of times, as Suzanne perfect right on. You'll hear another great shot, let's say on sheet B, and the crowd roars, and you feel it, and you feel the energy. And I think you made the point, too. Carrie Galusha made a number of awesome shots last night, and normally you'd hear that roar of the crowd across the entire sheets at the Mark and McPhail Center, and it's just a different year.
It is. It's tough. It was one of the sheets I was updating, and I thought Carrie made some lovely shots. And there's no applause, there's no cheer, and that also invigorates the players, right? You start to see the more emotion, and they're all thrilled to have an opportunity to play. But I started to want to stand up and start clapping for people, just to be the lone clapper out here.
Maybe we'll get Trooper in some of those cutouts. We'll have to get him some of those clappers somehow. Here in 7, Bottlestone in a pretty clean end. Sherry Anderson. Keep it clean, clean things up, and she does both. Away it goes, and that is our first blank on the board in our feature as Saskatchewan retains hammer and still leads by 1 here at the Scotties. Welcome back to our Scotties coverage. Update time again, and at Redstone, top 8 is shot rock, so that means for Jennifer Jones, it will be a draw for 2, as that young lady from Quebec, Laurie St. Georges, you got to be proud of her effort thus far, holding in there against one of the best in the game.
Well, for Laurie, she was about 2 inches short of making a wonderful shot. She hit and rolled that stone that you see as second shot, and that forces Jennifer to draw to a smaller area, but very, very close from being shot and buried.
Jennifer Jones, Caitlin Laws, Jocelyn Peterman, and of course now Lisa Weigel making up the team, and that is good enough for 2. 2 on the board, so
Thank you. I liked it right away.
Jennifer Jones, one of the favorites, and she can make Scotties history here in Calgary. Nobody has ever won 7 Scotties titles. Back to our feature. PEI and Saskatchewan, you see the blank in 7, so here in 8, throwing the yellow stones, it is Sherry Anderson
Top
with
8,
hammer.
top 4.
Well, some rocks in play. Brianne tried the tick on her first one, left her shooter as a guard, and tapped that stone over to the wing, so things to play with.
Where do you want it?
For Suzanne Birt. Sherry would very much like to score in this 8th end.
Yeah, stay on it. Okay, whoa, 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 whoa.
Good.
Shot.
That's great weight by Brianne. Those guards are so long that run backs will be really difficult. And she's in front of the tee line, makes it a problem for PEI to have to deal with.
Top 8. Top 8.
Line's good.
Line's good.
Top
4.
Where?
Top 4. To it.
It's running.
Back 4.
The running, here's that path that we talked about in showing you what the ice does. The movement is only at the very end as the weight comes off, but it's very slow to start that movement.
It comes off with a foot again, like that. Remember Suzanne's come around? That just like it kind of.
I think.
A nice numbers in her first ever Scotties game for Shaylin Kitts. Were you nervous, Kathy, in your first Scotties game, or just excited?
Oh.
Both?
Yeah, I was excited, and then I got out there, and there was all these people and playing.
Imagine that.
I know. But playing with someone like Connie Laliberty and Janet Arnott, who had been there, done that already, was really a steadying influence. And I think that that's what Sherry also brings to her team, is that just quiet confidence that kind of helps you dial it back a little bit so that you can play well. But, oh, yeah, I was so terribly excited and wound up.
You know, Sherry gave a lot of praise to her young front end, and Shaylin and Brianne, saying, you know, they're a lot of fun and they bring a lot of energy to the team, but they're constantly sponges. They're trying to learn. They want to get better every day, and she feeds off that.
Here, big. Little big. Yep. Yep. We're big. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa.
Megan Hughes for PEI.
Hurry. Whoa. 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 Really good.
She'll hit and roll behind cover.
That's a 10.
You know, everyone's doing what they can. Even the players, as Sherry's going to call a timeout. during quarantine and things they've done, and they did some yoga Zoom together, watching some Netflix and talking to Suzanne Birt. As the first time out of this game, the first of two for Team Saskatchewan.
Right? Yeah, I mean,
and Shane Kitts, the coach, will come out.
Here. I'm just wondering, it'd be nice to move this one too, right?
Yep, get rid of both.
Just as long as we don't ever do that. But she could do this and spin up.
Spin her off there, yeah.
Right?
Yep, make your way clear in there, right? Yeah. Give yourself lots of room.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be tapping, they're doing something there, guarding again.
This is our problem rocker.
Give yourself her shot.
Yeah, okay.
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 So
I agree.
On about a third, I guess.
It's the two long guards are not what you want. You are in a position that you're up one with. In 8, you want to be able to score 2 and wrestle control of this game. And the only way that you're going to give up multiple points, well, there's many ways, of course, but the biggest threat to you are those 2 long guards. So the ability to get rid of both of them and open things up is the best way that you're going to have something in the house that you're hitting at least, and not worrying about some 16-foot run back.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa, yep.
Yes.
Megan Hughes.
Really nice. Good throw, kid.
Very nice.
Atta girl, Shay.
Part of me, that was Shaylin, obviously, with the shot. It's early, and there's a lot of green out there, Kathy. Nice hit there from Shaylin as she cleans things up for Team Saskatchewan. And now it's PEI, and this is the third, Marie Christensen.
Do we have to curl it? Line's fine.
Trying to replace a guard.
Keep it moving. Get it over there. Yep.
Go,
Megan,
keep going.
go, Megan.
Hard, Megan. Yep. Go. Good sweep.
Good, Marie.
Really nice.
Haven't checked in on sheet 8 in a while, so we'll do so right now. It is Newfoundland Labrador, skipped by Sarah Hill, taking on Melissa Adams out of New Brunswick in the Capital Winter Club in Fredericton. And the final stone on the way.
And at quick glance, it looks as though this may be a hit for 2.
As Adams will chip it through, and
well, she tapped her own there. I think it's just 1, Brian.
That's it.
Yeah, it's that one. One yellow.
So 1 yellow it is.
Sorry.
Everyone getting the early kinks out, including the current broadcaster up here. We're getting warmed up, Kathy. Or I am anyways.
Top 4. T. Room right now. Top 4. Room. We gotta go for weight. Yep. Top in. Hard. Hard line now. Top 4, T. Top 4. Line's good. Keep going. Hard. Over there. Go. Hard.
Really good sweeping as they'll drag it in there for Marie. Still shot stone belonging to Saskatchewan, top 4.
But far more rocks in play than Sherry Anderson wants.
Trying to get over there, I know.
Bummer.
The edge to Nancy Martin.
Hey, do you still deal with the guard?
No, it's pretty small house. I was thinking, what if...
Here?
Yeah, you leave her the slash double, and then they're sitting 2 behind the guard.
Like
I
this
think
side
either
isn't really hurting us. This is the one she can get to us, right?
Well, let's do this then.
Yeah.
Just quiet, get rid of that rock. If you can sit on the, do you have enough to sit kind of there?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well, let's just show
like a bump?
Get rid of this rock, sit on the corner and overlap these a little bit.
Just bump, try to sit right on the nose there.
Kind of want to hit what you can get to there.
What's that, Cher?
Want to hit what you can get to here, right?
Okay.
So just bump.
And one of the advantages of not having people in the building is that the yelling back and forth, it's a lot better in terms of being able to hear. But it was great that Nancy came down to look. So their concern is that the second shot stone, the red one that you see close to the 4-foot, is the way that PEI can get to their shot stone. So it's a bumper way to tap one of those stones out. And to leave their shooter in a position that they can raise it, but you may also set up the double.
This one curling for Nancy Martin by the guard, and she did what the skipper asked, hit what she could see. Changing the angles?
Yes, exactly, Brian. Change the angles.
Great sweep, buddy. It's a much better angle. I like that way.
Shoot. Curled too much.
Nice sweeping, too, from Kitson.
It's a much better angle right now than it was.
Well, for PEI, it's not about getting shot. If you can corner freeze on it, you put a pressure on your opponent.
It should just run dead straight. So I think I can give
There's
you
the
that
voice
save. I
of
mean, that was
Chelsea
just 2 on
Carey.
its own, right? So
And
really similar to that.
we'll update you on sheet C. Taking on Lori Eddy out of Nunavut. And team wildcard a 4-3 advantage. If you're just joining us for the first time, it's Tracy Fleury's team, skipped by Chelsea Carey. And her final stone on the way in 8.
Well, you heard the confidence in Chelsea's voice on the ice. She said it should run very straight.
It looks hot.
All of these sheets are similar. That outside in movement, it tracks.
Caitlin, it's still running. Don't touch it.
Selena Negevin, you can hear her instructions. Stay off it. This has to
Okay, good.
grind down, and it will stop in time for 2. Maybe just a veteran throw from Chelsea Carey, saving the sweepers. It's a long week, right?
I looked at you when you said that.
Wouldn't a front-end player appreciate that, Kathy?
I kicked a little harder than I wanted
you want to work?
But it was my trust my body thing, so I still like.
So 2 on the board, and Team Wildcard leading. Back to our feature.
There's that path again. So you take 4 feet of weight off that stone, and she is right in front of that Yellowstone, making scoring 2 really difficult for Sherry Anderson. And in gaining those points back, only down 1, a force is great.
The line was perfect. It's still like it's third shot. So
And it's been a tough go for the skips this morning as you look at the numbers.
Well, it really has. And for Sherry Anderson, it's been draw weight, or hits have been great. Suzanne's numbers for draws have come up, but it's not vintage Suzanne Birt. Just been that little bit off. Not far off in the case of Suzanne, but just enough to let her opponent off the hook.
Player comparisons brought to you by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, you have to defer to the side of the curlers. It's been a long layoff for a lot of curlers. There hasn't been a lot of competing coming in. I think, Kathy, you know, with respect to them and how hard they do work when they have the opportunity to work,
It's really nice.
you kind of have to give them the benefit of the doubt. It's been a long time off, and for a lot of these athletes, not a lot of chances to play at a high level.
No, I think that the expectation was that the first couple of days could have some bumps as players get back into competing and not just throwing. And I honestly expect we'll see that at the Briar as well. They have not had any more opportunities than the women to throw.
And there's a plan B, the wick.
That one didn't curl.
Why didn't it curl at all, though?
Yeah, they're scratching their heads
I mean, it
out there,
wasn't that
Kathy.
far
Just didn't curl.
Did I throw it really ugly?
I thought it was good. I thought if the weight was close, it was going to curl off.
Holy shit.
Just didn't do anything.
Suzanne,
Same
to
path.
force, do we ever knows that? I'm just thinking, like.
Well, she can draw anywhere, right?
Okay, yeah, you got it. Yeah. Just thought.
Well, for Sherry, the good news is that
even
with
a hair
her rubbing
less.
off, now not only does Suzanne have to have the right weight, she's got to navigate that much smaller hole to get through, and because of that one spot, her sweepers won't be able to jump on it until it moves off the path of that Yellowstone just ticked there by Sherry Anderson.
Okay. That look good?
I think she could even take a little bit less.
Does the lefty release play any difference on this path, Kathy?
You know what, it might actually run straighter just because her outward motion there will have it run a little bit before it would start to move.
Yep. Michelle's drop. T. Yep.
Down by 1.
Michelle.
Without hammer here in 8. Final stone. Suzanne Birt.
No, mine's good. Yep. Mine's perfect.
Yes!
Trying to navigate through that port. She's by her guard.
Hard.
A little more. Go.
And she will freeze it to shot stone.
Very nice.
And that might be good enough. We'll have to see right away the tap. Opportunity for Saskatchewan to try orchestrate 2.
Well, Sherry needs a good chunk, almost all of the forefoot to score the
I don't know
2.
why that, I mean, it was dead weight, too, so it's...
And I think if she goes through the port, tries to follow Suzanne down, she's going to be on top of the red and not get. And so she has to play the tap. Great brushing.
Yeah, same weight.
Really close the scoring area down.
Just like really hung.
Yeah, I think it was just that fast tap.
I guess. Nancy, can you move your broom up? I can't see it.
Final stone here in 8. Sherry Anderson has 1 in her pocket, trying to play the tap for 2. In what's been a tricky spot on the ice for both teams. Knapp and Kitts now both on the scrub, trying to hold the line to tap it. Can they get it there for 2? And they cannot. So the force and a single. As Sherry Anderson just picking up the 1. As Suzanne Birt down by 2 with hammer when we come back to Calgary. Glad you're with us on this Saturday morning. First time the Scotties back in Alberta since Grand Prairie hosted it in 2016. Chelsea Carey, your winner that year. And in 2021, the Scotties here in Calgary. And a single for Team Saskatchewan in 8. So PEI down by 2 with hammer here in 9.
Well, for Suzanne Birt last end, that's a win to force your opponent this late in the game to 1.
Just running out of room with that one. I don't think that's in our way.
I don't think it is. I think she's just thinking she wanted a draw path, maybe.
Whatever you think.
Do you want me to talk?
It's tight.
Okay.
Throwing a double guard.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fair.
so just a little more.
Yeah.
Wanting to make sure they have another guard so that when Sherry Anderson is able to start to peel, they're still going to have another guard that they can utilize instead of having to protect the stone if they throw it into the house now.
Line's good. Megan's.
Okay, there it goes. I gotta go.
Yep, Megan. Go. Hard. Go.
Fifth straight Scotties for Michelle McQuaid in her 6th appearance all time. And as she puts up a couple of corner guards here for PEI in 9.
Get back in there, sorry.
Oh, it just was a hair wide. I think still like a 14-6. Yeah, I think so. That's what it felt like. Yep.
Back 8.
Whoa.
I think it's close.
T-line.
Easy, Nance. Where is it?
Okay, back. T-line.
Yep.
Top 4.
Yep.
Top line.
Hard line. Hard.
Well, that just jumped.
Little bounce.
Okay.
A tough break for Shaylin Kitts. It looked nice.
It almost, it's almost like there was a handprint or a knee print or something, because it definitely doesn't do that on a regular basis.
Yeah.
I like this. I like that. You can't get both and roll the other way, can you? Or like tick it over?
What?
The top 2, she's saying? Can you roll for another corner?
Let's take a time here.
Yeah.
The
time.
So that's the first timeout for PEI.
You know what I mean? I know what you mean.
1, 2, 3, 4 for Jennifer Jones and Team Manitoba. Up by 3 on Team Quebec, and a tough final one for Laurie St. George, trying to get out of some trouble.
Well, she needs to tap the shot stone back that belongs to Jennifer Jones because it's at the top of the button. No way to score unless you get to the nose and tap it back.
Just squeaks it by the guard, and she will tap the top stone. That was top 8. And did she push it far enough? It's one for sure.
One for sure. It's the back red one or the top yellow one to see who is second shot.
Closer like that.
This one's a no, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, just one.
One?
Yeah.
So they'll confirm it is a single, and a 4-point lead now for Jennifer Jones.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it. The weight.
Let's go right at it.
Forward. Okay. What'd she say? Forward.
So timeout called
nice roll here.
and
You got it.
concluded
Yeah.
for Team PEI as Coach Mitch O'Shea was out.
Okay.
And what did they come up with here, Kathy?
I believe they're playing the hit and roll, so hitting off the one that's the 12-foot behind their guards, trying to get
Okay,
something
we're
in
great.
play. It should stick around to
11
bite.
five.
It also opens up the front after inching her way back into this game. For Suzanne Birt, needs to score, and for her, wants to score more than one in this end. And right now, there's too many rocks in the center, so they need to move something.
Almost control. Control. Michelle. Control. Michelle. 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 High. Go. 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 Hard. Go. No roll.
Megan Hughes the chip, and she'll spill one yellow. Shooter. Yeah, spun in there and touches paint.
I look like ridiculous. Oh yeah, so did I. Going, spin it, spin it.
Either that one or the top or the tight one.
Yeah. Okay. 9.5.
Okay.
Nose hit here. Do you want to roll in, Kathy? Does it matter?
Mostly you want it to go away, but if you're able to roll underneath, that's great. Again, you're just trying to own the house and force.
Hard. Get rid of it if we can.
Okay, Shay.
Yeah, I didn't like that there anyway. I didn't know if I wanted to stick around.
And there you
You
hear
know what I mean?
Sherry
It just gets in the way if
continuing
they
our
have to peel
conversation.
or if they-
So can someone give her full points for that shot, please?
Yeah.
There's top 8.
Well, they have the corner guards, and now we'll see if they're able to use them.
Top 4. Felt like lots. Felt like lots. Happy. T1. Michelle. T1. Yes. For line. Lots of room. Hard for line. T1. Gotta go line. Lots of room. Room. Let us know when we're good. T.
Whoa. That's T plus.
Pretty good weight from Megan here.
Very good.
Megan's a lawyer when she's not throwing stones here, competing at the Scotties.
4. I would go by yours.
Half rock.
Right, straight up.
Peel.
How much of that rock, Cher?
Half.
Half?
Half.
Half.
I thought she said,
So did I.
Trying to get rid of both of those guards, open it up, get access to the draw just made.
Okay, watch that yellow there.
Okay.
And Nancy will clip it
That
and
works.
push it past everything.
It fell off at the end too. Like I had more of it and then.
Oh, really?
Like I wasn't tight, but I had less of it at the end.
Updates continue for you this morning in the ninth end. It is Team Wildcard And Tracy Fleury's team skipped,
9.
of course, by Chelsea Carey.
Just
And
gotta trust it.
Lori
If it's
Eddy.
wrong,
Now,
like I said,
normally we
learning,
probably
we'll
would
figure
come
it out.
over
So
for a
the next
blank
time, we'll never be
update, but it's not an easy blank here, is it?
Well, it's not. I think she's playing the in-turn to try to roll her shooter out towards the bumper, but there is a risk of some stones that are behind it at the back.
Lori Eddy with Seda Pinkston, Allison Griffin, Caitlin McDonald, and they'll do it the hard way, but there is the blank. And so down by 3, Lori Eddy, big smile on her face. Great to see her back at the Scotties. She's got some work to do in 10.
Just that hair less. Curl.
Here. Do you ever hit and roll off this one?
Okay.
Well, Nance, it's so straight. Like,
Yeah, agreed.
I think let's just go here.
Do anything with that tight
Top
red?
4.
Okay, so this is
Yeah, I think
no,
that
it's good.
Nancy can
Oh, yeah.
probably
Like
only see a
run,
third to a
or
half
just
from
hit
the
and
hack
roll.
of that red stone.
this.
You're rolling away and you're giving your opponent a chance to get down to your shot stone. Here's a chance to put pressure on PEI.
Okay, trust that it's going to come off a little, hey? Okay.
Wait's nice.
Yep.
Yep. Line only.
Room.
Line only.
I think you're good.
Close.
I think it's top tee.
Top
Line's
floor.
good.
Big year, too, for Saskatchewan as the Olympic curling trials in Saskatoon.
Hard.
A lot of these competitors
Hard,
looking
guys.
to
Quick.
make the trials, pick up valuable points.
Okay. It's all right.
It's all right, Nancy. That was our bad. Should have been on it. It's okay. It's like right.
It's all right, Nance.
That side you have to trust so hard that it's gonna, like it looks like it's
I could
all
see it
there.
coming.
It'll be interesting, Kathy, to speak with the competitors after this game, just to hear like their struggles. I mean, we can see them and hear them, but it's got to be frustrating
that.
because we've seen it on both sides.
And if not, we roll it off. So
Yeah. Close to nose.
okay.
Got it.
Well, for Nancy, it wasn't what she wanted, but she does block the path and force PEI to have to run some stones back to move it. Those 2 in front of the house that are raisable stones do not belong to them.
Big heel. Yep. Heel. Whoa. Heel. Whoa. Whoa.
Marie Christensen
Good.
run it back, nice double, clips the yellow out. Great shot from the
Weight, but it works.
PEI third.
Very nice shot.
Great throw. Yeah.
Didn't move an inch.
No, I knew it wouldn't, but it was
Still
a bit more delegated to throw.
Well, you'd like to run your own
get a
back and
time.
just nut it, but you're not able to when they both belong to your opponents. Gets rid of it and leaves her shooter there.
I like that, sure.
I think
Same
that's
way through
minimal.
that
So
other one.
something that can be
This
run
side's a
back if
little
Sherry
slower.
is to make
A
this.
Yep.
Almost full second.
So playing the tap.
We'll just keep it brushed down.
Yeah. I got to give you as much as I gave you down here, do I not? Like this
or
is
a
coming
little
down
more.
hard.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Well,
It's about 5
Hopefully-
feet slow, or than that side, 6 feet.
can I take a little less?
Less?
Straight back.
Straight back.
So you hear the call from the skipper. The
Don't go
intern
by
is
your
on the
time.
way,
That was a
trying to
bad
tap
catch.
back her Yellowstone.
T. Gotta go for weight.
Whoa.
Back 4.
Gotta go for weight.
Yep.
Roll
Back 4.
on. Whoa!
Back 4. Back 4.
Whoa!
Hard change.
No line yet, trying to curl up here for Saskatchewan, and it was just so straight, hanging out there. And you heard Sherry in the hack, even she wasn't convinced with the ice when she sat down.
Because I didn't curl at all. Good thing I took less rather than raise them straight back.
In here.
Yes.
And that
remember?
plays
Like
with your
this.
confidence.
Yeah.
Say,
So
like,
he threw that.
maybe
Remember that draw here in the first end, and it
you're gonna play like-
ran a bit.
Yeah.
It was a little heavier.
Like, I mean, faster.
It will hang.
That's what I mean. Like I think,
You got it.
I think the speed's gonna be good.
And so now the raise attempted by Suzanne Birt.
To get the angle too.
Had a chance to chat with Suzanne on the phone before her game, and I think this goes for a lot of the teams across the country, but so much excitement back home to get to watch her compete, to have something to do and to cheer on one of their favorites back home in PEI. Said the support has been unreal. They've never won a Scotties title PEI. So close, though, when their alternate back in 2010, Kathy O'Rourke, lost the final. Erin Carmody, who's in the field with Nova Scotia, was the 4th stone thrower that year for Prince Edward Island.
Michelle! Michelle!
Suzanne Birt, her first here in 9.
Alright, Michelle, go, go, go. Yep.
And trying to hold it to not promote the Yellowstone. They'll chip it, not enough, and both skips getting caught in that spot again.
Well, as soon as she let go, you heard the front end say she's light.
Oh my God. A tiny bit tight on me.
And light.
I didn't think I would do that. I thought that weight was going to be big.
And I don't think that was a path thing as much as just under through it, because from word go, they said that it needed brushing.
Oh, well, go here, more here.
I mean, Brianne's really finished here, and this
Yeah,
rock
she was soft,
seems
she said.
Okay. Yeah. Well, let's try that then.
I like the same
I feel
way.
like it's going to curl.
I think our goal is to tap the guard back, but I'm not sure what you call it.
I think this
Sherry might call those fire trucks again from 1995 to try get something going with this ice again.
Yeah, no, I like this turn.
Oh.
The guard straight back.
Yeah.
This guard?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
We can straight back or cross it even a hair.
Yeah, for sure.
Does that look like enough ice, though?
So as Sherry settles in and they discuss the ice and the shot, a lot of red rocks in play once again. Help me count these. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's 5 right now for Jennifer Jones. And every time we check in, it's a pretty tough draw. And Laurie St. George drawing against 5.
And she has to go out in the wings a little bit with Jennifer having the stone on the center line.
It'll come down here.
But needs full 4.
It's gonna come down now. It's going. Make it top 4 now.
As Sherry ready to deliver in our feature matchup. Trying to figure out the speed and the ice. Meantime on sheet B, not a brush to it. Needs to stop. They need 4 foot.
Parfait.
1 yellow. 1 yellow.
C'est bon.
13-8.
As it hangs on for a single. In our feature. And again, rattling the fronts, but not able to promote anything in.
There was a noise, we're not sure. Okay. Okay.
So a chance for 2, and 2 possible rocks that you can bump up.
Yeah, same line. Yeah. Yep, you just threw it right at me.
And I think that for Suzanne, with being short, you can definitely throw quite a few feet more weight on this. You've got 12 feet of house to tap to.
Just throw
And 2 stones in theory. If
It's a
if
little
you're over
wider.
curling, which we have not seen it over curl in this particular spot.
You got it.
So a big moment in the game. Final stone in 9, down by 2, but a chance to pick up 2 and tie it up coming home in 10.
Really good. Michelle. Back out, rock. Yep. Gotta go. Yep.
It's on the front end now to try drag this in. Michelle McQuaid, Megan Hughes, all they got.
Good. Great shot.
There's the tap, and there's your 2. A great team shot for PEI. Don't go anywhere, as we're all tied up coming home. It's been a fun start to our Scotties morning coverage. 6-6 between PEI and Saskatchewan. Welcome back inside the Mark and McPhail Center here in Calgary. In a 6-6 tie, PEI Saskatchewan, and a huge 2, a nice raise in 9 from Suzanne Birt to pick up the pair. In a back-and-forth game, 6-6 Saskatchewan, and Sherry Anderson with hammer here in 10. Lead stones on the way in this one. is from PEI lead, Michelle McQuaid.
Well, I'll tell you something for free money.
Really?
At the end of this game, whoever loses, their conversation's going to be about how many points they feel they left on the board. Both teams have had opportunities and just weren't able to convert. And I think that the equal struggle is why we are in a tie game as we play home. And a lot of that struggle has been draw weight. So for sure, for team from PEI, I think if they talked before this end, they want to set it up to force Sherry Anderson to make a tough draw for the win, because that has eluded both skips.
And a nice job from Michelle. You see the two guards up front for PEI. Brienne's first one, top 8, and her second one on the way.
Hard. Hard. Hard.
Playing the tick here, Kathy?
Yes.
I don't know what to do here.
Dance, dance. Yep, 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 yep.
Okay.
Set a bit down?
No.
So one now a
not my
corner
fault.
guard,
Okay.
one still remaining center guard, and the shooter up high.
Push to the top a
Yeah.
little bit.
Bite the button.
Around hers, right?
Yeah, we are.
10?
Yeah. 405?
Yeah, I think a 10 for me. Is
Okay.
good. I've thrown this a few times.
Okay. Yeah.
Trying to make the big shot right now that they can just guard for the rest.
Well then, well then, well then, well then.
Where?
You know, Kathy, not to state the obvious, but when you look at the struggles of both teams,
Stay close, Michelle.
and you talk about giving me information for free, thank you very much. These are the games, though, when you look back on a long week, that if you can find a way to win them, it's the difference between that third place, second place, or being on the outside looking in, isn't it?
Everything, and it even includes getting into the championship pool with a record that's good enough to get you through. And so you just fight through, and as much as we talked about whoever loses will feel they left so much on the table, whoever wins is going to feel like they've escaped a little bit.
Close.
Whoa.
Shaylin Kitts.
Whoa. Girl.
And she'll clip the redstone. Yellow spills in. So 2 in the house now for Saskatchewan. Let's keep moving here, Kathy, with our updates. Newfoundland Labrador, Team New Brunswick. And right now it appears that Team Adams lying the 2. And 1 to come from this young lady out of the Remax Center in St. John's, Sarah Hill.
Fine.
Line right now. You're
Easy,
way out.
easy.
Way out
Line's
right
good.
now.
Keep a broom down.
Needs full 4-foot.
Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Pass to
whoa, whoa.
curl. Pass to curl.
This would pretty much seal it for Newfoundland Labrador if they can
Yep, yep, yep.
find a way to score, but she'll tap her own red stone, and it's a steal of 1. So New Brunswick hanging around, still alive. Hill leads 8-6, and she'll have hammer in 10.
Stay careful.
Stay close.
Hi.
You gotta go. Get Michelle.
Okay, you're there.
Easy.
Meantime, in our feature, PEI looking for the high guard.
They're trying to make sure they have rocks out front. That last stone by Saskatchewan that promoted their own into the edge of the 4-foot is in great position for Saskatchewan. They've got lots to work with. She can make an angle slash if she needs. So for Sherry, it's the elimination game.
Saskatchewan line 1-2, Kathy, I think they are.
I believe so.
Yeah, back redstone is close.
It's hard to tell. It is.
Clean. Whoa.
Whoa.
Clean. Clean. Nice throw, Shay.
And Shaylin peels the guard.
I guess we just keep doing this for a while.
Oh, I got stuck, sorry.
And a reset there for Marie.
Well, what's obviously happening, you could see she said she got stuck the first time, is sometimes the slide path right in front of the hat starts to wear down and it almost feels flat when you try to move the stone, and that can really set you off. So she regrouped, but you could see that it was still there.
Tight.
Just want enough separation that there's no double for Team Saskatchewan on the two reds.
Yep. Good. Good throw, Marie. Good shot.
Yeah, a lot of sweeping, and it's game one.
Well,
it's
and
you know,
a lot of these teams have done their due diligence in physical fitness, and they've worked out whether at home or outside or where gyms are open. But sweeping is something that you get better at when you sweep a lot, and you can be in great shape, but you're still going to feel it.
You know, it's the comparable to hockey players. You can skate around and practice and try to get ready all you want, but then there's game skating and how you're feeling when you're actually out on the ice, and I'm sure the same goes for sweeping.
It does. We've talked for years that even though you sweep all year and you think you're in great shape, when you get to the Scotties, you find an extra gear and you dig in harder and you brush harder because it matters so much more. And when you haven't had the reps behind you, I think there's going to be a lot of sore people in about 3 days.
Clean. Clean.
As a front-end player, Kathy, how much would the crowd give you that extra jolt of adrenaline when you needed it as a sweeper?
So much. Think about the Brad Gushue shot to win in Newfoundland and Labrador. I mean, that it just you feel like when the crowd is cheering you on, that when you're too tired to go anymore, you keep going.
Good sweep, though.
And so those are the extra things that people are going to have to find within themselves.
And the second time out for Team Saskatchewan. And really quickly, we had the TSN top 50 curling shots of all time, and I remember seeing you sweeping your heart out for Jennifer's in-off shot to win the Scotties, and you can imagine the crowd and the adrenaline taking over in those moments.
Wonderful,
I
wonderful.
just make my house fairly small.
What if I just throw a draw? Like if I aim for like here, if it hangs a bit, we punch this back to here and sit here. This one is they're going to use to get here.
Those guards aren't doing us
What if we come here?
any good right now, right?
Yeah, I can't rip the bottom on
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this isn't bad.
Yeah. Are we two?
It's either
No,
this, I think, or
this is second.
This is easy to overcurl though too, right? And then give her that shot and make it worse. I kind of like the back four T-line.
We get that roll
yeah,
over.
we don't ever want to go here though.
No.
Miss it, right?
Right.
So I think even
think
if you went here,
top button, and if it's, then we do that.
Yeah, but
And all you're leaving
are
is the other
we
side.
got to do one or the other. Are we?
Yeah. What do you like?
Because even if you go there, you know, if it curls and you go there, she's got a double and now she's half.
Not if I move that.
I think if you throw, just make sure you have enough ice. Even if you go here, it's not.
I agree. It's better than
over curling, right?
Like if we're sitting here, that's better than where it is right
Get
now.
it further in, right? Further in, so she doesn't have the other side there.
So is our shot this though?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, we can punch.
Okay, so just so I know for the ice.
Yeah.
Back four weight, eh?
Just back four.
Just
right?
back four.
Okay.
Heavy draw.
So the concern for Saskatchewan is that they can't
14-3,
get to that
14.
tighter guard, so they're ignoring the guard play. Their biggest concern is that Suzanne will utilize the shot stone to hit and roll under, so they want to take it away from her, feeling that even if they have a nose hit, it makes it less useful to PEI than if they leave it there. But ideally, they say they'd like to hit and roll under and take away that path.
14.
Keeping in mind, Suzanne Birt's always going to have that
I got 14
wide
on hers, back four.
outside draw.
Okay.
Hit it for line.
T.
Yep.
Hit it for line.
Yeah, fine.
T. T.
Hard.
T.
I think we're more.
T.
Hard
Back four.
line. Hard line.
T. Back
We're
four.
gonna miss this.
Okay. Back four.
Whoa.
Back button.
Rub and roll.
Okay.
Rub and roll off this. Yep. Okay, Nance.
And there's the audible. Saskatchewan lying 2 with Hammer here in 10.
Now you've left the stone, though.
Okay, Nance.
And it's now a final, of course, no handshakes in this COVID world between Jennifer Jones, Manitoba, and Laurie St. George and Quebec. So 7-4 is the final score, and for Jennifer Jones, She's now 2 wins shy of passing Colleen Jones for the most in the all-time list. Colleen's got 152 and Jennifer 151. And Jennifer brushing up on her French is something I need to do.
Michelle St. George giving a little bit of a tip to how do you say. So the shot that they wanted to take away over curled. And so a chance now for Suzanne Birt to make the hit and roll under.
Anywhere.
Yep. Yes. Gotta go. Never
Skip stones here in 10. First for Suzanne Birt and her front end on it immediately. And she'll chip the 1 yellow sideways still. Shot stone 1 and 2 belonging to Saskatchewan.
Right in the pocket. Yep.
Okay, this is my straight one, so I think there, Nancy.
And same story between Team Wildcard, Tracy Fleury's team, skipped by Chelsea Carey, and a 6-3 final over Team Nunavut. So a win for the team from the East St. Paul Curling Club in Manitoba.
I want to, again, block that hit and roll. But this is that straight rock, so. Nance, I think a little more. I don't want to over curl it.
Cher. I like that.
Okay, it's still like, it's kind of more throw it there now, but this side's still keener than that side.
Okay.
Trying to take away that same shot that Suzanne Birt would play on her final if they don't protect it somehow.
Yeah, you gotta go. Gotta go, both of you.
Yeah, top beat.
Gotta go.
Top
You
beat.
too, Shay. Go for weight.
Sherry needing both of her front end sweepers. Shaylin Kitts, Brianne Knapp, now they're off.
Not curling at all.
Shay?
Well, no. Go.
And this is that side of the ice. It takes its time to curl up. Little chip, little roll to the hearts. And she lies 3 for the time being.
Wow. It just goes straight.
Yeah. Okay.
Kathy, it's time for the game story brought to you by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada.
We talked about the Saskatchewan third as a rookie, set the tempo in the game early. And in 9, Suzanne Birt makes that wonderful tap back to tie to come home. It has been a story of draw weight this game.
And some tough numbers for both teams to start, and I guess maybe you expect that. As we talked about, a long layoff for a lot of teams and not a lot of competition.
Oh, wait, you? Yep. Okay, you got it.
Well, the challenge for Suzanne Birt is not making the double. You hit it in the middle, both go. The reality is that in order to do that, you're going to leave your stone wide open.
Throw peel.
Meantime, on sheet A, the only other sheet still in play, as we update you, it is Newfoundland Labrador. Skipped by Sarah Hill, and she's got a 2-point advantage. Up against Melissa Adams. Her final one on the way, just has to remove some yellow granite, as you'll see the house come into play, and bang, away it goes. And that'll be good enough for the win. So a nice game and victory.
Guys, good luck.
And again, just a weird year, no handshakes, no fist bumps or anything. Part of the protocol. Oh, banging brooms, okay, I like that.
That's okay. Nice throws. Yeah, that felt good. Yeah.
And a good win for Newfoundland and Labrador. And you see in our feature, Suzanne Birt clearing up some yellow granite, but it's pretty simple now for Saskatchewan.
Yeah.
I don't even think you have to.
She doesn't, because she is second shot. I mean, neither one of us finished a sentence there. She does not. She, being Sherry, does not.
Guys.
It's because we both have ESPN, right? We work so long together, Kathy, I know. It's terrifying that I know what's going on in your brain most of the time.
Well, and it's even more frightening when I know what's not going on with you.
Don't worry, my new computer chips are arriving next week. We'll be better next game, I promise. So a deep breath in a 6-6 tie. Final stone here in 10. Just make it go away here for Sherry Anderson.
9-7.
Whoa!
Clean. Hey.
Curl, curl.
Don't want to jam it.
Oh,
All right.
And she will.
One red.
Wow. The jam for Team Saskatchewan and a single for PEI and Suzanne Birt as they steal a victory. Wow, it was that kind of morning, Kathy. And a little mistake on a tricky part of the ice for Saskatchewan allows Suzanne Birt a sigh of relief and a win, as we'll wrap up our Scotties coverage this morning right after this.
The Scotties Tournament of Hearts is brought to you by Home Hardware. Here's how. By Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Curling Canada. By Purex Bathroom Tissue, the only soft-sorbent one. And by New Holland, proud sponsor of Curling Canada.
Our coverage continues this afternoon. The Scotties from Calgary as Vic, Cheryl, Russ, Kathy have you covered. Beth Peterson in her first Scotties appearance. Wildcard team taking on Rachel Holman, the three-time Scotties champion. As Rachel on the ice for the first time at this year's Scotties, and you can join them at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time right here on TSN. That was a tough morning for Team Saskatchewan, and Sherry Anderson will have a chance to park that and try rebound tonight, taking on Nunavut, and a nice win for PEI and Suzanne Birt. So glad you're with us, so glad curling is back. Thanks for watching our coverage right here on TSN.